One second, chat. Alright, welcome, Ardnot. Did you see what I sent you? I'm here. And also, Farseer said, welcome, everyone. Where's my mouse at? Let us bring up the Discord. Whoa, that was the news almost. Who gave gold chip alcohol again? What? Umamusume edit me minute. All I did was skip 10 seconds. What? That was okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was great. The game cheated one of my CM top guns of her rifle rank. Oh, we gotta see that again. All I did was skip 10 seconds. Or the gold troopers hitting the sauce again. Oh man, alright, welcome everyone. That was a good start. That's about as crazy as the thing I'm thinking about whether y'all need to see it or not. I'm gonna let y'all decide that. But let me minimize that real quick. The game cheated me on one of my CM top guns out of her rifle rank. What happened? She had like an A, a B, and A, and then it's like, nah, she's a B plus at best. Looks at the game and takes a big sip like, goal she just did. Goal she got into vodka's personal stash. Oh, that makes sense. Good news, she will never be seen because she's 20 points below my highest time. Ah man, to be fair, if you're not going to use her, she wouldn't be seen anyways. See, all the ones you know, see, that's what the catch-22 I love about this game. All the Umas you don't care about will never be seen, because the only way to not be seen in this game is to never use them. Ever. In anything. So, as the quintessential, other than trading them, the true glue factory. She's being used in the CM. I mean, even then, if I could, I don't know if you could look at that. If you could see CM results or somehow like that, you'd be able to find it that way. Well, actually, your opponents can technically see that. I don't know if I can see that. I think the opponents can see that, though. I'll save it for our series with Sealy said. I don't think we can see that on our end. I don't think CM you can see because it's not the same as Team Trials. You don't have a set team. You choose it every time, as far as I remember. But don't quote me on that because I am slightly tired. It's been a good day. Long day, but very good day. Got a lot done today, but it's been a crazy one. But back to our interesting little, funny little meme videos. Do y'all want to see what I think is right now gonna blow up to be one of the more bigger channels? I'm gonna give a shout out to this channel when we show it, if we show it. For when it comes to not only AI generated just random animations and videos, I think they're gonna be one of like the large ones. And plus the reaction, all the reaction YouTubers and Twitch streamers that I watch also have reacted to this video somewhat. Now I'm not a reaction channel, that's not what we do here, but I just feel like this song is such a phenomenon that it hits that level like we talked about yesterday. You see, my my teams for this long CM is Agnes Tachyon, Golshi, and Cafe. You're truly a Teo main, Sealy. Truly. Cafe I expected. I mean, you know, that's to be expected. But let me read this out loud. Agnes Tachyon. Who is in the middle? Golshi. And Cafe. Yeah, champions meet Umas can only... Ah, okay. Mine is Top Gun, Goldship, and McQueen. I think Goldship's just good in general for most things. Goldship's just beautiful that way. Tell that to Agnes Tachyon. She stole Teo's spot. No, well, one could argue that you are the trainer. You can alter this reality yourself. Oh, man. But do we want... I'll have to temporarily X out Umamusume. Because there's no way to mute the screen, is there? Hold on. I'm going to bring up my test video side here. Yeah, see, Umamusume continues to play in the background. So that's going to be over the sound. We'll have to exit out. You know what I need to do? I need to just pin it to the bottom of my screen like I did with PGR. Since I played it so much, I had to take a break from PGR. I'm going to go back to it and finish it at some point and do some more. I'll probably wait for the next major event they're going to release and do that. Kind of how I do a lot of my free-to-plays. But I don't know, since I haven't played enough CM right now, I don't even know who I would even put in there. I still don't think I have high enough Umas. Because I haven't played enough up until yesterday and what I plan on to do this weekend. Sealy's choice because I'm working on another Top Gun. Have you seen the Tachyon? She overthrown my Teo. Teo was the only one in the top spot for 2 days. LOL. 2 days is not that long. You know where Top Gun is? Always the top. No matter, even if she's somewhat overshadowed. You know who's always on, who's at the top of the food chain? Top Gun. Because I will always make sure of it. That's what it is as a trainer to devote to your trainee. But alright, Sealy, Farseer's left it to you. Do we want to see the phenomenon video that I speak of, or are we skipping it and just getting straight into Uma? It's a short one, but I have to warn you. Well, actually, let me see what you say first. Because I don't want to make any bias. Also, I thought the Top Gun special event is not that hard to achieve. Which one is it again? I forgot how you get hers again. And see, I don't play her enough, which is funny about that statement I said earlier, but it's because I want to make sure when I train her this time, I want it to be perfect. So Sealy wants to see the video. Win a G1 race with every single style. Well, now that I kind of saw how I broke the game with Daiwa yesterday, remember she went from a G to a B. As I forgot to notice when I was playing Top Gun a billion times for some reason, she's got a B in everything that's not an A. So she can literally adapt every single one. So I have a plan for trying to achieve this event for the fun of it, but I don't know if we'll do that on her first build. Because I want her first build to be perfect so I can have a proper Top Gun to command the queens. Did y'all remember Gold Shoe Week? Actually, I kind of forgot, to be fair. That's because I've been busy. I won it with a pure frontrunner build Top Gun. No skills or late/in legacies. Yes, but... Wait, hold on. How did she win? Did you do it with just skills? I mean, I know she's a B, don't get me wrong. A B's not that much different than an A, probably, overall. maybe a 5 to 10% difference at best. So really, arguably, probably does make sense if you make her good enough. Just stats. So that tells me something. Remember, we're going to test that at some point when we do a whip build. We're going to see how much does the stats overweigh everything else versus how much actually contributes to anything. Right? Okay, so no skills, too. So, So I guess we'll, as part of already kind of says it. Fuji is getting an event like Golshi Week, where you can activate a Fuji mode, and you can make the career more difficult for more points. Oh. That's cool. Alright, so we're gonna watch the video, but alright, so before, I'm gonna go to my main screen if I can get my bloody mouse to work. Where the heck is my mouse? I will replace this mouse pad. Alright, close the Uma for a second. Because it's gonna, since I can't pause the audio, we can't really have it up. So, before I do this, forewarned, this is, when we do this video, for just in case anyone's a little, like, touchy out there with, like, hardcore, more jokes type things and certain other things, you need to look at this from a perspective of kind of a South Park way of doing things. Or Simpsons is a better example, I guess. Because it's more lighthearted than South Park is overall, except for maybe one or two things. You have to look at it from the perspective of, this is meant to be lighthearted. I'm sad I have to say that these days, but just in case. I know you guys don't care about that, like Farseer, Sealy, all the people who watch my channel regularly. You already know this, but this AI little and it is AI generated. This AI generated little song I'm about to show you, or video, that was made by the channel I'm going to give a shout out to. It's made others too. There's a lot of as y'all we've talked about a billion times. This is also kind of harkens in on why I wanted to show this. An example of AI. An example of what AI is becoming. And how strong it's almost not out of hand, but that we would. If you want an example of why you have to be careful with technology, but also in the good it can bring as well, with how advanced it can be, is also going to be an example of this too, which is why it's relevant to me. Along with, I have no bias at all. That's all you need to know. Let's say, Fuji's mode can go up to 5 levels. At max, I think the NPCs now have an average of 800 aka B ranks. Ooh, that's pretty cool. And see, heck, she even beat Team Zenith off the stats alone in Mega Boss horses. Ooh. Alright. Let's bring this up. So, this is my video, of course, so let's go to it. I'm not going to enlarge it yet. I'm just going to... Oh, wait, pause. Don't start yet. So, okay. So, I'm also not biased, just to let you know. But this video is everything. So, remember what I said yesterday? This video is an accumulation in a matter of... How long is this video? 4 minutes and 24 seconds. Says everything that's ever happened on the internet. Now, you think what you're seeing now is what you think you're going to see. It's not the only thing. This is just the beginning of it. And big quick shout out to this, because once again, I'm not a reaction channel. I don't do these very often. But to Skybrow's channel, to take it, go check that out. And we'll show just a quick tidbit of the channel just to show you, like, how good AI is kind of getting. We're not going to show a lot like that, like what the videos are. You'll have to go watch those yourself. But to give you an example of how many there are. But these are all, my interpretation is this is like someone who made their AI kind of go and do, alright, take everything that's in the modern times and turn it into different crazy AI generated videos. So, yo, Farzia, I was having a promising Uma run, had double circle on all, but 1 track and lost 3. Advice, the game doesn't tell you, it's actually more efficient skill point wise to pure stat your way through the career to the maximum amount of skill hints at the end. I think that's true too. I'm starting to notice that now too, probably. If you really kind of just mid-max your skills, and if you don't make it, well then that's probably a sign that maybe the career is not going the way it should be. But okay, so I'm going to read this to you. This is also, if you know who Joe Rogan is, one of my favorite podcasts, and things like that. this also has to do a lot with something he said during a podcast. So please enjoy Joe's fever dream and his podcast. Check back to for Spotify updates, because this has to do with a lot of his podcasts and things he does, because I follow him quite avidly. So I'm going to play this, and I'm going to let me enlarge it real quick. I'm going to play this and just, this is called Joe's Rogaine. And this kicks off Slanesh a little bit too. Also that. Jamie, shut the bleep up, no time to waste. Cold plunge on a glorious sheen. Stem cells grow, repair the seams. Carnivore fueled kettlebell swings. It's entirely possible. Jim wrote there. Joe's Rogan. Thick made minoxidil has done it again. Here is the factor, vaccine reactor, Joe's Rogan. Jimmy, pull that shit up. I need to see. Do dragons exist, or is it just me? UFOs, fighter planes, George Soros, TRT in his veins. Pull the mic closer, Jamie, play it, bro. Did Bigfoot vote? We just have to know. Now, if you've been on the internet a while, you'll know most of these references. For your brain, podcast thunder, mainstream's insane. That dude from Fear Factor, Joe's Rogan. Jamie, pull up that bear. Harambe knocks 100. Ran out. Kamala just laughed and faded all the clouds. Trump, where's the crown? Out his name. Pretty sure we know just how COVID came. YouTube is definitely nuking. Oh, it's definitely nuking. Oh, it's 100%. Oh, it's just a dream. Oh, look. I remember what we've all talked about over the last few months, chat. He takes Jordan Peterson's crying again. Aspen reacts. Ice to heat and now for brains. Go Beckley, Tempo, and Cedar Grain. Yeah, this is your fault for saying yes. This is good because this is, like I said, I have plans for like certain things I want to, not in the reaction video wise, but just in general, that I want to do more for this channel. Reach out other channels and help other channels out. He's breathing the musk. You all know his name. Young Jamie's the seeker. Joe's Rogan. Using verbal essence. Just decoding secret messages. Humans final vestiges. Also, I'll say something hilarious. Mickey Elf meat sausages. Alright, so as you can see, there's a bunch of others. Those are all from the same channel, but yeah, so I had to. Let's bring the Uma back up real quick. And we're gonna talk for a second about that too as we load in the Uma and continue our career with the Daiwa Scarlet. Most definitely Digital made this. Oh man. Yeah, let's never do this again. Farsi was like, what happened? Where's my brain at? It's gone. But okay, so let's actually dissect what we kind of saw for a second. So if you've been on the internet long enough, you probably recognize like 90% of that. Like even the which, let's get to the first elephant in the room, the more hilarious one while I load up. The I'm not biased part. What was the biggest war and conversation across the internet? We're talking about serious and joking stuff right now too. And that was the joking part, furries. It's like the internet being taken over by furries. And I think that whole background with all the Neko ladies in the background, I think that's an entire representation of that alone. And then you look at everything else it touches on, it starts to go through, I mean, Joe, if you've watched Joe Rogan at all, or if you enjoy his podcast and stuff, like I do, you can already kind of guess that portion for his, in that, and kind of all the references that come from that. But as far as even politically, you saw a couple political ones that were like nails on the bloody head. But it was so simple. Because remember what I told you about how South Park or The Simpsons handles certain things, right? The way it does certain messaging or certain the kind of how it plays with real life problems and things like that. I'm pausing my Top Gun playthrough so I don't forget. That baffled Farseer's brain. I'm gonna load ours up because I don't care what happens to our Daiwa Scarlet. Once again, I don't expect her to actually get past a certain point. If she does, she gets to keep her honor as our legacy lady. The clean cleats. Surprisingly pretty good. How about do that? Reminds me of that one anime music video. Oh, which one? That's why, me being an older guy, this is why my only reference to this kind of song making, other than it being AI generated and animated, is that's what, things like Amish Paradise and things like that from Weird Al Yankovic used to do. For, more slapstick music, right? Kind of like a slapsticky kind of joking, but yet serious enough to tell you, yeah, this is what life has really been going on about. This is the major subjects of our time that's happened over the time. It went into vaccinations, all kinds of stuff. And it's in the matter of, and keep this in mind, that video is 4 minutes and 24 seconds long. This is why I'm to the AI side of it being an AI generated, to show you how advanced in such a short time AI generation has started to come. So to use kind of Tam King's example back to Call of Duty the other day when we were talking about Call of Duty and IGN getting on to another company, Arc Raiders I think it was, for using AI generation voices when Call of Duty is using AI generation for animations and things like that, and trailers and things where soldiers have 6 fingers and 10 toes and maybe even an extra arm if you're paying attention hard enough in the animation in some of the more extreme cases. It shows you that when you put your, and this is good and bad what I'm about to say, because I'm a double-edged sword when it comes to this, because I'm a heavy AI person myself, because I've seen what it can do to help disabled and stuff like that. But overall, both sides of that spectrum, when you put your heart, whether good or bad, into what AI can do and how advanced it already has become, you can create some insane things. things that would probably, before, not only taking you longer and more, probably harder in some cases, harder work in some cases, but you can also, because the AI doesn't have like predestined like, oh, I don't like this because of this or that, this or that, this or that. Prejudice, I guess is what you could call that. Because the AI doesn't have this, a creator who knows how to use the AI properly can use the AI as a tool in order to push the dream further. But also Darius made a Daiwa of his own. Oh, did he? We're gonna redo Daiwa after if this fails hardcore. Like I said, I don't expect her to technically finish this campaign too well. I expect I'm gonna have to redo her campaign. Now, I may not do the redo on camera. I might just do it on my tablet when I'm just chilling and relaxing. Go ahead and get her, make her a legacy horse I can use. And then use her for my Agnes digital episode that we're going to do next. Which will probably be this next Sunday again. Or excuse me, Monday. Because we're, Sunday will probably be V Rising if we don't get it done Friday and Saturday. She did win that, even though that was just Unity. The one with the dancing anime ladies that turn into abominations trying to eat the dude through the screen. Oh, you talking about? I've seen a few of those. It's actually, I don't know which specific one you're talking about, but I have one that's based on vampires, or vampiresses. It's a metal music video. Because y'all know me, I'm a big metal head. I like real metal bands, don't get me wrong, and heavy rock bands and rock bands a lot better, like real ones. But I have found a niche in my heart that there's a place and time and enjoyment for when I just like to enjoy like some certain kind of AI generated ones. There's this channel that does this and remixes songs to be in Doom style. I've shown it off before, but I forgot the name of it off the top of my head right now. There's a Warhammer channel, Endless Tavern is the name of that one. That one creates nothing but like game-based, game-based, Warhammer-based. We got another one I want to show off that I might show off at the end of this, that's more based on, that's going to be my debut for the game we're going to be doing next week. But it's a music video from Endless Tavern that's based on this game. But it's all AI. Once again, I'm pretty sure it's all AI generated, or at least parts of it are. So, alright, we won that one. Nice. But I have one that's like vampiresses. There's a bunch of other ones out there I've seen just passing fancy, where they do that where it's an AI thing, but then it'll like metamorphose into something else crazy and like go, it's like from 1 second to the next. Now here's the thing, you know what's funny about that? That animation is not as fluent as what you just saw with what we saw with the animation style that was done in the AI generation of the Joe Rogan video. To me, I think the best animation style right now for AI generation is like the one you saw Joe Rogan video have. I think that's the most effective one. And don't ask where I'm going to give you this reference from, or how I know this, but let's just say that animation style is quite intriguing to the eye when you use it in proper places. It's all you need to know. But as you know with this channel, you can probably discern. But it's like, but like I said, AI is just rampanting everywhere, just all over the place. Boom, 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 boom. And once again, this is good and bad. Because it could be used for good, but also because of the amount that's happening, I think it is going to oversaturate at some point pretty quickly. So, but that being said, the ones that are actually good will hold their stake. Like Endless Tavern, Skybrow, things like that. So, the more time passes, the more dude stay gold becomes. Found it. No, Sealy found it. It's called Me. Yeah, so that's a different one. I haven't seen that one, but I have seen like a metal version that's kind of similar to what you're explaining, where they'll transform into different things, like between crazy hot vampires ladies that are playing like drums and guitars and stuff, to like vampire bats and dragons and things like that during the animation. So that's a different one than the one I'm talking about, but That's cool. Let's see. The more time passes, the more dude stay gold becomes. But I do think we're gonna reach, and I said this and talked this a billion times with discussions on vlog, with Tam King in the background, with Sealy before at one point, James, I've talked about with you Farsi are involved vlogs as well, and multiple times and everything else. That I do think we've reached that point that the fire is lit so much, it's now a furnace. So at this point, the furnace is going to heat up to the point where the furnace can't handle it, and we're going to see cracks form at the seams, where that's where the steam will be blown off and certain things will filter out. It's a natural course of most things. There is always a chance of overheating and oversaturation through that factor, but I don't know, we'll see. Alright, do you know that 02 dance? 02 dance. I don't think I do. Let's see, Farseer said, I can send it, but you absolutely can't show. Oh, okay, that's fine. I won't show it off. Because I figured it might be pretty bad. That's why I pick and choose ones carefully of the ones I show off. Because obviously, YouTube, that one was a bit more risque, as with the Neko ladies, that represented a certain portion of the internet. But with overall what it was a lot more less risky than probably what one of the games we're going to be doing is. but let's see. Oh, I think I have seen that. See, I know things. It's going to sound crazy because my brain works like this. It's the same way when I learn knowledge or learn something like in math or anything or science. I'm a very visual person. I think, well, I think it's a dude thing to a certain extent. But me more so because of my ADHD and distractions I allow myself sometimes to have. When I hear what it sounds like or see it or hear a description of it, sometimes that'll trigger my memory better than the name or something like that. It's really strange. The dance came from the AMV I'm talking about. Also, welcome, Ryu. Also, it's hinted Stay Gold still lives with Point Flag. I mean, I don't blame Stay Gold. I mean, it's one of those things, I mean, hey, once, this is for everybody probably in real life, and then we'll continue with our campaign. We won't go too much deeper in this discussion, but, I mean, when you have a nice Lady Uma in your, that is beside you in your life, then you're probably not going to go nowhere just because it's probably just more comfortable and more nice to have the Lady Uma than to not have any Lady Uma. So, let's see, in recent JP events, Sealy told me about gold ship called Stay Gold Papa. Oh, really? It's so that's what it is. I see. I mean, in a way. Let me see, was that the only one I missed? More time passes. Hold on. I'm pausing Top Gun. So yeah, Darius. More time passes, the more dude Stay Gold becomes. And then in recent JP events, Sealy told me about gold ship called Stay Gold Papa. Now, Arnaud, do you know? Then I read the rest of that. Also, attended Stay Gold lives with Point Flag. Oh, I see. Oh, by the way, let's see, it's sad to me that almost got the best Biwa ever until she decided to move down at the last goal. That happens. That's how I felt with this Daiwa run. It just crashed into a wall uncontrollably. Oh, by the way, I saw the Uma in the video. Does that mean it's spreading? Oh, I remember what I said about Uma needing to win mobile game of the year? You see what I mean? It's in AI generated videos from people who wanted that video to be made. It's at a yogurt shop at a bookstore near me in the middle of a mall. Uma is taking over. The Uma will rule the world. And if you want it, this is going to sound very Wayland, and then we're going to continue on. if you really wanted to argue, do you know what species would be the best species to mix humans with if you were going to? As far as like genetic, you know, alteration and hybrids are concerned, Umas are definitely the best way to go. Horses? Yeah, obviously. Especially if you're looking for all-arounder, right? You're looking for something that makes you stronger, faster, more stamina, more durable. Yeah, you're not looking for all the fancy stuff like you're trying to put yourself in a lion so you can have claws and fangs and teeth. Oh, man. Ryun, let's Umify ourselves. It's like, but all jokes aside, that is kind of hilarious to think about, though. That if you really think about any animal that would actually make humanity technically a little bit stronger, it would either be felines, which is why I laughed at that video and how it showed the evolution of man and ended up as a cat girl because of the furry thing. But overall, I think horse would be better. I think horse would be the most aptitude choice. Hey, Uma spreading is when you watch a horse video, someone can't. When someone's seeing too amazing. All fun and games until we make Gold Ship. That's the best part, though. Gold Ship gets to happen. That'd be my favorite part because only that in that timeline can that kind of level of chaos exist. I mean, unless you count James, it might just be James. James could be Gold Ship. But anyways. Alright, let's see what we got here. Speed, just do it at speed. Fire the speed. Nani, huh? Wow, 33% chance. No, thank you. We have to lose the rest of the summer. It's gonna end after this. Oh no, we got one day. We got one free last day. Friendship on the guts. Nice. Alright, that's a B now. Let's go with this. Since the army of Kian's on its way. I mean, if she makes it past Tenno Show, that is, right? Technically. Ah, crap. I don't have... Oh, yeah, that's not... As my... Oh, man. Holy crud! Oh! Oh, no! Look at that increase! Should we? Well, it's a little less than 50-50. But it's basically 50-50. Ay, ooh. Ooh, I don't know. It's such a... Like, look at that. All three of them. This is what I've always been trying to do the whole time I've played the Unity Cup. I've always been trying to get this to happen. So that's what happens. And it's a friendship. So it's 48 plus 18 and 22 plus 9. Holy crap. Okay, I saw this question on Reddit, but I'll shorten it. 3 to defend, 3 to defend you. Rest is trying to kill all you gentle Donna princess. Still in love, Gold Ship, Marvelous Sunday to Randall and Orfeo. Wait. 3 to defend you, the rest is... Oh! Well, obviously I want Gentle Donna or Fevre. I'm gonna say Gold Ship just because I trust Gold Ship. Yeah, let's go. Even though Gold Ship could easily accidentally get me killed, but I'm gonna go Gold Ship. So yeah, I would say Gentle Donna or Fevre Gold Ship. Rico's reaction can save you if you fail. So gamble. Marvelous solos all the other Umas. Her domain expanse is busted. See, I don't know. I think Gentle Donna could take her on. Oh, now you doomed yourself. Marvelous Sunday can trap people in pocket defense. How was I supposed to know that? I didn't know she was a Zeech demon. Also, I think Gentle Donna can take that. But she'll fight her way out of that. Trust in the Donna. No one beats the Donna. But, I mean, to be fair, I didn't know Marvelous Sunday was that powerful, to be fair. But, alright. No! Ah! Frick it. Nah, she didn't get practice perfect. Poor, that's all that matters. Ah! Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Oh, frick-a-doo-dah-day risks! Okay. Glue this Taiwan is what Farser says. Oh, that was so sad. We didn't get it. Luckily it didn't burn them. It doesn't seem to waste them at least. But that was kind of sad face there. Man. That was... Okay, come on, Mouse. Could you not? Could you not? Thank you. I think I'm gonna go for stamina. I'm gonna ignore friendship this one time, just because we don't need power. That's the one friendship we don't need. Got some Let's Go protein, finally. Ugh, man. Okay, nothing big again. I mean, that's a decent increase to Wit, who's really far behind. Wit's pretty much dead for this playthrough because I had to ignore it too much. Because I think I gave a little too much power. This should have stopped at 400, really think about it, but... I don't know if that happened because I pressed it or if it's just been doing it because of that. Because it does happen as you do this one, so... Since I am trying to get some guts going for dueling purposes. Not for that little. We're just gonna rest. Chasing brilliance is something's happening. Oh, that was beautiful timing. That gave us a great mood as well, so she's gonna perform a lot better at least. What is our predictions for the Tokyo Turf? I mean, other than the Wit, everything's moved up to triple circle. I'm not spending no skill points anymore. She has to win this on her own devices before I use any more skill points. She will get no more skills until after the Ura final. That is her requirement to survive this campaign. And if she fails me even once, then she gets sent to the factory. You think I should have bursted Wit? I actually don't think it's worth it at this point. Because we're not going to get it out of an X with an E+. We would need a D to get a triangle. Like, it would need to run all the way up to a D minimum for that X on the predictions to become a triangle instead of an X. We're so far behind on Wit that I've kind of boned it into out of existence. This is also why I want to see if it, like, when it comes to skills and whether I'm playing too hard into skills too early in the game, right? Like, I'm too worried too much. Even when Chizuna tries to say, oh, she didn't have enough skills to win, when it was probably just the wrong stat was built for the race. This will be an experiment we will be running in the next future episodes. Burst Wit is pretty nice though, mainly because you gain more energy and Wit out of it. That's what I do to keep Wit up. That's true, and it is a good way to keep your Wit up is use it to burst energy. Sometimes I use this strat, but sometimes it also just gets me in too much trouble where the AI tends to favor the Wit too much sometimes, where I have to start ignoring them all of a sudden. There's so much that goes into this game that I think is still not even explained, even with all the spreadsheets. Oh, and we gotta check out those two websites before the end as well, to show off how that works. That's what I do to keep winning. But it is a good strat though if you're gonna use it. See, right now she's kind of, as a pace chaser, she's in 7th and 8th right now. So there's either that many front runners that are in this race, and I just should have paid attention to that, or she's just getting blobbed out again. And she rushed. Oh crap. And this is a medium, I think. I hope that stamina is so high that rush isn't going to affect her. Although, she's not in a good spot right now either. Come on, girl. I really am so mad I wasted my skill points on what's it called. Not understanding that it actually won't work for where she is right now. Because I bought it thinking, oh, it'll help for 7th and 8th. No, it won't. That's only halfway into the pack right now, at best. That's not in the back of the pack. Because there's 18 racers, so 9 would be half, and she's at 8 and 7, so she's below half. She's trying to get up there. She's fighting. She's fighting. Her, she's trying to eliminate the turbo. She's going for it. She's did it, I think. Special awakened vodka. No! Nope, we didn't get it. Was that because she rushed, or was that because she just isn't faster than vodka overall? Chat, you get to decide her fate, since I know what I would probably do right now. Do we give her at least the 1 free try per day, but no others? Or do we end it now? The reason Kit on Black is such a good support card because at max, she has a speed stat priority of 80. That's a good point. Although I still wouldn't use Kitasan for a lot of lates, but I mean, she's on right now. We have her on right now. She's one of my support cards I have right now. But it still didn't seem like we got really any benefit from her this time. But okay, chat. Decisions. Does Daiwa Scarlet get at least 1 free retry? Or does she immediately get shipped off to the factory right now? Thing is, Art Knight, you don't have her limit broken. What you mean, like, totally uncapped? Well, I mean, that's true, too. I guess that's what that means, I assume. Kita, when she limit breaks, is when she gets that much priority. That's why most people borrow maxed out Kitas for that. Okay, so we might want to swap that card out then. Maybe I want to put a different speed card there, and then put my extra speed card from the friend card, a maxed out Kita. We might consider that for Daiwa instead then. This does mean I still can't put Kashimoto on though, because I don't have a maxed out Kita. So the only way to get a maxed out Kita is to put her where the Kashimoto would be instead. Farsu said Celia wants to test morality. What's up? Because I'm on a glue factory trade. Oh, you want Celia to do it? You're saying you're letting Celia decide. Ryun said, I think retry. Ryun, what do you think, Ryun? Let Daiwa Scarlet try again? Or send her to the factory? Or basically, do we end this campaign here and retry? Or do we let her try again? She needs to go. Also, retry Daiwa is the daughter of Agnes Tachyon. She needs another chance. Alright, since I think it's kinda, I think Ryun means she needs to go, like, get out of here, but it could mean she needs to go again. So I'm gonna give her one, I'll give her one. She gets the one free, everybody gets one, right? She gets the one. That's all, though. If she fails this time, I hate to say it, but it ain't gonna be pretty. And I'm not putting her in front because I'm gonna save that for the next playthrough. We're gonna try to change her over to a front runner on the next one. Even though I don't play front runners that much, I don't care how she wins. What I care about is her legacies. And since this is determined more about sparks from your legacy horses more than your skills and anything else, she can technically be a front runner and I can have her become a late pace teacher. Or a pace late teacher. So.
Umamusume たちが追い求める一条の盾、鍛えた足を武器に行く栄光への道、天皇賞秋。3番人気はこの子です。スペシャルウィーク2番人気を紹介しましょう。動くか、威風堂々とスタートを待つのはこの馬娘。
You have more clocks than I do. Oh, now you have 159 clocks. I don't waste clocks on unnecessary campaigns. That's why I have so many, Sealy.
誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。
期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気ガイバスターレット、これから第2コーナーへかかっていきます。
At least she beat Turbo, right? The one thing I was proud of is Daiwa did at least beat Turbo. Turbo didn't win. Not gonna lie, I'm not as better to borrow the Rico, since the Rico, she alone can satisfy the stamina requirements for miles. Yeah, but she don't need that much stamina. She's a pace in front, and she's not even running that many mediums, and only one long in her entire career, though. I just don't know if Rico's good for Daiwa. I'll admit Rico's the bomb for, like, late game, right? If you're gonna do late game horses or in-game horses, I think Rico's the go-to and best one. Not only for stamina, but for guts, for brawling through with power, but also the fact that she gives energy back in the long game. I don't know. Hey, Rico works for all Umas, yeah, but it don't mean she's the best for all Umas. Just because something works for everybody don't mean it's technically the best for everybody. It just means you can use that if you don't have anything better. Once again, you gotta look at this like the mobile infantry logic. You're it until I find someone better. Vodka, I swear. There we go. I think she got it. Top Gun alone drained close to 100 clocks. Wow. She faster, yes, nice. See, that's what I more expected. So it was that because she rushed. Because she rushed, it screwed up. Look at y'all having no faith in Daiwa, Silly said. I mean, she hasn't showed me too much of that winning attitude and winning concert this whole time, Silly. I mean, the end of most of last night's episode, she was in second and third place the whole time, never winning. So, forgive me for my lack of trust. She's remembered my promise now somewhat, though. She's still a little finicky, but she's realized, remember what I said, Daiwa. If you fail me, I will treat you as if my name is Virgil. And no one will know who you are. Even I will forget. Who are you again? I used her to free up stamina card slot for a front runner wit card. That makes sense. Well. like what Farseer said, Rico can replace the stamina card so you can run another speed or whatever. I mean, that's true. But I still don't think if you're a front runner, well, if you're doing a front runner in pace and they're not doing a ton of mediums, they're doing some miles and mediums, and they only have like one long they have to do in their entire career, you can probably get away with like blue skills to augment, where you're not going to use that, or just build stamina to a bare minimum of C. Not a C plus, a C. Maybe even, technically, I could say D plus for the while you could get away with. But I think C plus, regular C even, is where you want to end the game by for your stamina. This is depending on what you're doing. Now, if you're going for longer term mediums, and your mediums are going to go into things like the Japanese Derby, that's 2,400 meters long, who's barely not a long course, and actually has to deal with a lot more actual long courses, then yeah, the longer the medium problem becomes, the more that becomes an issue. But and that's another thing. If you have a ton of stamina legacies and your legacies are giving you stamina as well, you kind of don't need it there either. I don't know. This is why I think Rico, don't get me wrong, Rico is one of the best cards in this game. But I don't think like she's like the quintessential be-end-all, end-all for certain builds. That's why I prefer her for my lates now, because she seems to be perfect for them in every way. Rico Kashimoto. Come on. Skill points. Like, if I had played this properly, a little bit from the beginning, I wouldn't have had to push it to a C+. But I think the reason why I ended up having to do that is because I didn't get this up. I actually think this is a hidden gem. I want to do some experiments, but I think that front runners are ignoring one important thing, and pace chasers especially. Front runners don't need it as much because a front runner out of everybody will be the one the longer the track becomes, the more this is going to be needed. Whereas I think for pace chasing, I think this is hidden. I think that because you're dueling, spot challenging constantly throughout the top 10, right? All the way up to first. So I think Guts is a hidden little strategy that gets ignored pretty hard with that. We don't need no more speed right now. Power, if you go to a C++, but I think we want to do this. Oh, the level 4 is a stair dash. I gotta run up like a bunch of stairs uphill. Oh, we got that ignited spirit skill again. Extra tank is not bad. But I want them guts, though. I want to try something. I want them guts. She ran into a wall! Don't forget to use the affinity calculator once this career ends. Yeah, that's true, too. We should check that. Well, I want to check both of those out. We're not going to do everything on them, but I want to see, like, the general gist of... to show people how these little sites that Seeley gave us and shouted out for us kind of work for the Uma. So see, Guts is now at a C+. Come on, Mouse, come on. If I do that, that raises this either way. Let's just do some speed real quick. get Silent Suzuka to max ready to burst so there's more options. So let's see what our choices are. There's 3 people there. 1 major burst, 1 growth. Ooh, okay, see now I think we should burst Wit. See, now I think Wit is the more important one, because that's 17 skill points. No, 16 skill points. And 22 plus 14, so 36 skill, Wit points. Which will basically put us to E plus at least. But it's more about the skill points, to be fair. And it's bursting the team as well. I'm gonna go with that. And that will give us some of that energy back we talked about earlier as well. Number 1 rival. Nice. Holiday season. Growing as a team. Okay. So we're gonna have 2 races back to back. The Armeikian and I think it's the Unity Cup final. I don't use skills anymore except for the uniques because they don't get any more hints after the second inspiration. Yeah, me and Sealy don't use skills in our career. And that's what I'm going to probably start doing from now on. I think the only skills I care about, kind of like y'all said, are uniques, like the really super gold ones. And then maybe some of the ults, right? Like these right here. Now these 2 I don't think I need. See, toward the back, that wouldn't help us. That one would. Engaged in a challenge on the final straight, because pace chasing kind of has that happen. That actually would kind of occur. So instead of spending, I think the only skills like this, for instance, okay, this we want. That you get. These you get. But, that being said, other than those, and some of the ults, I think the only ones, unless you're needing some blues or whatever, that you're gonna get ahead of time. I'm trying to find one. There's one like this one, where you can upgrade it where it will be a actual flat increase, not a slight increase. It'll be like a massive increase to it. Things that can be upgraded are really good in that way. Like I did with this one, moderately increase velocity on a straight for pace chasers. And that's a moderate increase, not a slight, because it's been upgraded twice. So, in that fashion, I think those kind of are worth it. But unless you're needing them and something is going wrong with your playthrough, then I would say, yeah. Probably most of these races need to be won on this alone. Oh yeah, and level 4 hints as well. When you get to like level 4, I think that's like the max hint you can get, isn't it? Can't go above 4, can it? I can't remember. It's the same as before. Wit is non-existent, but everything's triple circle now. We have to hope she survives this though. This is a long race. Now once again, part of me would have originally went with a blue skill there. But because I have a C plus in stamina, almost a B, I was just kept it from going to a B, basically. We should hopefully have enough. We are the number 1 fave, so according to the game, we're definitely capable of winning this. Oh no, don't forget to check out Rico's 2 aces. They can be a goal to beat. Oh, you mean check out her aces during the end of the Unity Cup, is what you mean? If you make it that far? To kind of see if you've done it right or not? That's a good way to gauge yourself, I guess. By the end of your campaign.
ークリーク11番並んでくる4番手にエアグルーヴ、さらに名将怒涛、そのうち並んで AM オペラ王。1周目の直線、スタンドの大歓声に迎えられながらウマ娘たちが走り抜ける。外から行く14番、外でナイスネイチャー、外を回ってレーシンフラッシュ、そしてその内からいたのは2番、その外並んで3番、1馬身離れてスペシャルウィーク、さらには4番差がなく7番。さあ1コーナーから2コーナーへ向かっていくウマ娘たち、順位を振り返っていきます。先頭は相変わらずライバスターレット、続いて11番3番手エアグルーヴ、外を通りまして名将怒涛
A rank to be specific.
差がなくスーパーク
Oh,
リーク、
really?
後ろ AM オペラ王ナイスネイチャー並んでくる。1馬身離れてレーシンフラッシュ。
So it's interesting to see. I'll check them out if when the Unity Cup happens after this turn. See, I'm a little concerned right now. Alright, she's activating Resplendent Ace. Trying to keep that pace ahead of everybody, but we're at the spurt where the crazy ones from the back can take her over right now. If they go fast enough. She is gaining ground though, she is gaining ground. As long as she's gaining ground, there's a lot more of a chance she'll hold it long enough before they catch her. Although you see that nice nature, that's what I'm concerned about. That's usually end or late game doing that, which is what she is. Oh no, come on. In body and in mind! Come on! In body and in mind! I think she's got it! I think she's got it! Woo! Alright, she might have pulled this back. What's funny about this Daiwa might have saved herself. But we'll see. Nice nature! She won the key in. Watch concert. See how she performs when nobody's in front of her or next to her? Yeah, I see that. I do think on the, you know what I should be, so I know what the strat for her style-wise is. Even if you keep her as a pace, or you give her like 1 or 2 fronts when you need it, you know what I should be doing? Since we're not going to be doing skills at all anyways half the time, I should see, like, here's what the rule of thumb should be. If there's more than 3 front runners in front of the pace chasers, I should put her up there with the front runners. If there's only like 1 or 2, she's probably okay. She'll probably be like 3rd right behind them most of the time. Like you saw how there were no front runners in that race, and because she is the fastest pace chaser in her squad, she didn't get pushed back or had to fall back. And also, have you noticed, Chad, I've been having more frame drops in my games? I don't know if you saw that on YouTube side, maybe I'm only seeing that part. But it had a little bit of a frame drop during that animation when they were doing that when the fire happened. I do think that my PC is reaching its apex, which is why my plan for next year, since it's getting way too expensive to buy RAM and do other things these days, I'm just gonna buy a new computer and put my solid state drive in it that I have in this one. It's just cheaper that way. It really is, literally. After all the money I've added up and all the things I've looked into, I'm like, yeah, it'd just be cheaper that way. I get a newer graphics card than my current generation. And any upgrade's an upgrade for me right now. I will say what I am gonna splurge on when I save up money for this one. I'm gonna try to splurge on something with a good amount of RAM in it. Like pre-built, basically. That is already in there. Because since RAM is so expensive, it'd be better that way and more economical for me to do it that way, in order so I don't have to put RAM in it. Holy crap. Digital doesn't like the front runner style. She can't sniff, exactly. About RAM, Crucial is going to exclusively sell Sell to companies, not consumers. Yeah, I've heard about that. I think that that's going to be a problem, but we'll that's a whole nother discussion. If you want to see more about that, not only has the Goldman himself, the Asmond, done a video on that, technically covering someone else I'm about to shout out. If you want to know more about that or get more of the scoop on that, of a better take on what's going on with that, Legendary Drops. Check out Legendary Drops for those kind of videos. That's where I get a lot of my information up, other than what I do research myself, because he's very well informed in that kind of way, kind of comes from that industry, well, not the industry directly, but I think he was don't quote me on this, but he was a former game journalist for a certain company. I just don't remember which one. And then it went out on his own, I think, but he's a really cool dude. Definitely check him out, but yeah, he's covered all that. RAM has become a problem. It's become like a certain another product did for a long time. I think it was CPUs or GPUs. Was it GPU or CPUs did this for a long time, where it just got out of hand. It got way out of hand with the pricing. And what's problem is it's not economical to sell only to companies. They're going to try to do that, but then realize the consumer isn't going to put up with that unless they do like I said. Here's one way you could do this. Is if you basically make it kind of like I said, where at this point, with how long PCs tend to last if you take care of your PC, like mine for instance, even as old as it is. A PC, if even with the rise of technology, if you take care of it, and you know how to use it, you can probably get the worth out of your PC for at least 4 to 5 years or more. Maybe 10, depending on when you got it. Mine's not more 4 to 5. When I got it, it was already getting up there in age with some of the stuff that was coming out. So mine only had best at 3 to 4 years overall. It didn't even have the max 5. But on average, let's say you bought when I buy my new one, let's say I bought a new computer that was really good in the middle of the ground. That's not, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars like supercomputer level, but it's also in the middle enough that it's gonna, you know, do exactly what I need it to do, whether it be YouTube, AI, whatever. That it'll actually last me for a good amount of time, so. Let's see, which is such garbage, like come on, RAM is already expensive and then you have Crucial stop selling to consumers in favor of getting into AI data center. Well, that's the problem. That's actually exactly what Legendary talked about. It has to do with AI to begin with. That is what's driving RAM through the roof. Because you need excuse my language, a fuck ton of RAM in order to run these new AI systems and these new things. But like you said, what's going to become the problem is, for most average consumers, and even certain companies, to a certain extent, are going to run into an issue if that's too expensive. They can't do that. They're going to end up getting kind of cut out of the water. And because of this, it's going to cause an influx in the market that's going to cause a destitution in the middle. Which is what's happening to video gaming too, but that's a whole nother different subject. That has nothing to do with this, at least not directly. But, you know, same difference. When you oversaturate and start to overexploit, like like even though it's a good thing in some ways, what's happened with Unreal Engine when it comes to video gaming, AI on its own is doing the same thing across the board to RAM. So, it's both good and bad because of how it's being handled. I built mine 2 years ago. I regularly clean it. My thing is they need that much RAM because they're brute forcing it. It's not a oh yeah, I know. Oh, 100% Sealy. You are a high. See, this is where I know Sealy's starting to like. This is how I know that Sealy's learning the right things. This is why I trust Florida when it comes to AI development and stuff like that. Because this is how he says, yes, Sealy is 100% right. I'm not going to go into all this because this will get into a techie jargon stream, but that being said, oh yeah, we got to fight Zenith. Are we able to see their team rankings now? Oh, we're not going to win this one. We won the last one, but unless we get lucky here, because I think this is where I am. Oh man. Yeah, they definitely are better than us this time. Oh, I didn't change my team! Ah, I got too much in my conversation. Damn it, that's why. Daiwa, good luck! It's up to you to save us all! Because I get wrapped up in my conversations. My thing is they need, oh yeah, no, you back, but yeah. Even though I've just doomed our Unity Cup. Wait, check out Rico Zuma's. Ah, shoot! We can check it afterwards. We can just look at the results. Aren't we racing them in this race? I should be able to see it in the results screen at the end. Sealy, this is your fault. Is what Farseer said. It's more my fault. I get distracted. Like I said, ADD, ADHD. I love talking about stuff like that. But I will say, even though since I've already doomed us, to finish my thought, technically, I'm not going to go into all the technical jargon because I want to bore everyone that's not me and Sealy. But there are so many different ways you can do different things for processes and things like that. I'm trying to make this as watered down as I can. And like basically running the water through the pipe. To put this in the most lamest terms. Right now, what Sealy is explaining, think of it like people trying to flow an entire town worth of water through a 2-inch pipe. Instead of making the pipe wider or making the pipe bigger and more efficient, let's add 20,000 more 2-inch pipes. You see that analogy? That is exactly why the market has been drove up. Because instead of making the actual pipe better, we just added more pipes. That is literally the most lamest way I can put it. Let me see. That is why I keep autofill on in case I forget. I might from now on. To be fair, the autofill does a decent job. Sometimes I have to fix it, but luckily she's gonna win. I'm not gonna say she. Well, Nishino Flower might win, but oh man, there's someone chasing us. Fast, faster, 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 faster. There we go. Alright. We won this one, but did we get 2 more? We have to win 2 more to beat Team Zenith. Let it burst, let it all burn. But then let it all burn. Farseer said, let it burst. Let the pipe rupture. That's why I think we're seeing all of a sudden such a massive crackdown. Not only politically, but like governmentally and other things on internet and things that are starting to happen more and more across the board. Because now that giant unfiltered pipe, along with many other things, internet, there's so many analogies this runs to, but it all comes from the same place. Inefficiency and greed produce this, because greed produces inefficiency. Because greed makes you stupid. And stupid people don't make as much money as smart people. I just say fact. I'm saying that as nice as I can in that way. Ah! Okay, well, we should be able to see them, right? Oh, I can't see them because we didn't race any of them. Boo! I'll look at it next time. We've lost this anyways, I think. I really wish I had auto-filtered. We would have had a better chance. Because that does say that at least Daiwa's improving. I might have saved Daiwa. I, however, did not save the Unity Cup. This time we lost. Oh no, wait a minute. I don't think I've ever seen the result of this. What happens if we do lose? We won last time and it inspired her. Does that mean she takes over the school? I highly doubt it, but... Is it going to be the same thing? That is a long one. Whoa! I lost! Oh, and after everyone did their best out there, too. This must be because of my bad luck. I've ruined everything again. Wow, that was close, but I had so much fun. We'll have to try even harder next time and win together as a team, K-Rice? And then... We can't give up either. We're gonna do all our next race. So we won then. Just then. Trainer Kashimoto, did you see us out there? Listen to this. We timed ourselves this morning. That's the same. We all ran faster than our target times. We felt satisfied with our race, so please come back to us as our trainer. Suddenly, little Koken is in the stands, breathless and flushed. The reason I was able to beat my target time was because there's something I sought to change. You mean so much to me as a trainer, and I admire you so much. That's why I wanted to destroy the misguided beliefs you've... So that part this seems the same. Yeah, that seems the same. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that on skip. Just from what I'm reading, that ending seems to be the same no matter what. If you win or not. Aren't open source AIs performing better than company AIs? Technically, yes, and you want to know why? Once again, I don't want to get too techie on this, but it's because they have better resources. And what I mean by this, normally you would think, oh, a company... Now, in some cases, this would be exempt to this rule, but we're talking about, like, data AI. Let's just talk about data AI for just 1 second. When it comes to that alone, open source AI is stronger. Why do you think that is? I want to see if anyone can answer it first, and then I'll do a short explanation. Welcome, Crispy. Ardnot, you could have clicked on them on the results screen. Oh, well, too late now. I tried clicking on them, though. They didn't do anything. But, so, can anyone answer that? Why is open source AI, especially when it comes to data, in most cases, not in all, but in most, better than a company AI? Let's see, training. Alright, we got 1 turn to do something with this. That doesn't quite get us where I want. That doesn't at all. That gets us a step closer to B+. But I need guts and stamina to go up. So we're gonna go guts because it's friendship happening. And we're getting a boost in unity. Okay, so we're at the Ura final. This is where I'm a little worried on this. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be. I'm not gonna spend no skill points. Once again, let's go. She has a high chance to win this. And if she wins with as much points as I've given her, if she can win at least this one and the next one, she might have enough points to put her to a B in most of her categories. And then hopefully speed will go to a B+. Well, this will be our first well-rounded across the board if I can pull this off. If she comes back from the shadows like this, I will keep her for good. Because she has re-impressed me as a legacy horse. But, let's see what happens. What? The best AI is Umakan. 600... Is that what my speed was? Oh, good look. That's how you know we're ready to win, chat. No, let's see, but no one still has answered my question. Do you know why open source AI is better than company AI? Just so you don't have to give me a technical answer. Just do you know the basics of what might make this true? If you give up, let me know, and I will say the basic answer. Also, that was great that my speed was good. Thumbs up. Efficiency? Okay. Anyone else want to give an answer before I say? Farseer's technically right. But it's more simple than even that. That efficiency comes from something very simple. But she is right, though, overall. See, what's funny is I think I'm testing to see if Sealy can answer this, too. In general, isn't it the freedom of adding libraries and upgrading the point? Same with open source programming languages. Aha! Okay. So Sealy is correct. AKA, he said it the fancy way. I'll break it down. As we go into the modern era, as long as we continue. Oh, hello, she fell back a little bit. See, we might have, if we retried this, I'm putting her in front. I'm putting her up there with Turbo if she fails this. But, that being said, back to what I was saying. As we go into the modern era, the most biggest commodity on the planet is one thing. Data. Information is the simple word. The more information an AI can derive from, the bigger the source material, if you're thinking about like from a classroom standpoint, the better and clearer the source material, the better the class will understand what the teacher is teaching, right? So for AI, even further so, the better the data you give your AI, the easier and more comprehension it will have it defeating anything you put up against it. I don't know who won. I think Daiwa won. That was a close one from what I could tell. Also, I sent the Rico Aces on Discord. Ah, okay, I'll check it out. But yeah, Sealy is right though. It's the adding of libraries, source information, material. Now, of course, this is also why certain AIs have been also dropped back all of a sudden. Why you see like chat GPTs and things like that keep getting hamstringed is because they gave it a little too much freedom. Because there is also such a thing as you give it too big of a database. It's not like it's going to become sentient and become a Terminator, but it's going to technically, kind of like the tests when they told the AIs to survive at all costs, and because they let the AI have access to understanding about survival, lying, and all this, the AI legit sent emails to the corporation and people inside the corporation that it knew had access to destroying it in order to manipulate and keep it from dying. Now, it doesn't understand it, it's what it fully was doing. It's not like, once again, oh no, we've created Skynet. No. It's more of just they gave it enough of a database and understanding of what the goal was that it was able to achieve the goal in the most efficient way possible that it saw with its source material. Basically, foundation of a house. A house does not stand without a foundation. Ergo, an AI does not exist without some sort of intelligible database behind it. This is why some AI generations are cheaper and others are better, because others have been given more of a broader standpoint and understanding and maybe even programming to be able to do a better job. So, that's your tech knowledge of the debt now. It's why Python grows a lot more than C++. Yes. Python is the main language for AI besides, I think, is it C#? No, that might be too primitive. I'm trying to remember what the other one is, but yes, Python is the main, it's especially for general public, like as far as like just normal people, all of us, you and I, everybody. Python is the best example of the highest level of what language you'll probably use in most cases. Just like video gaming uses C++ originally. Now I have heard, since I haven't been to college for simulation game design in a while now, that they have upgraded some of that in some places. But there's also the crux of, because you can do blueprinting now in video game design for its AI, for scripting, like in Unreal, once again, Unreal Engine. Because you can do these things now, it's kind of gotten to a point where it's like, well, is it really, you know... Ooh. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted what I want to do here. I think we want to do this. No bloody way, she failed! 17%, my girl, no! Don't freak it up now! There was no point in me resting, that's why I didn't do it! Ah! please don't get practice score.
大事なレースだもの。
Ooh. Dang it, girl. You could have had a... oh no, she's going to front runner. You saw that? Power's dropped. That means if she gets caught in the crowd, she's getting absolutely eat up. She's going to front runner for this race. Although the problem is all the skills I gave her too early now that I shouldn't have given her. I have to trust my skills first. I've already built her that way, so I have to trust that first, and if it fails, then we go with front runner. Holy baloney, loney, loney, doney, baloney, doney, doney, baloney. Dang it! If she hadn't have done that, she would have. If she'd have won this, she'd have been on the road to B+ across the road. Now she might not actually reach that quite close. She's still #1 fave. There's only 2 in front of her in front running, so that might be okay. Or not, we know what to do. She has to race all our Daiwas in practice. Wait, hold on, let me go back. Also, more outside talent from wider source to improve it. That's true too. I don't want how I feel about like using assembly, lol. One of my future classes for system architecture. It's all coded in assembly, and that class has the highest dropouts for my major. But this means it's probably pretty code intensive. So usually the sign of that, Sealy, is that you're looking at a class that's meant for like, and this is something that I came across when I was learning about what I was going to do with AI and robotics. That's I don't want to use the wrong word here, I don't want to be mean. That is what's called a high intensity class, 10% versus the 90% kind of situation. That's the class that, even though I agree with our leader and great, and our president that we got currently in most things, the one thing like with certain visas that I don't agree with is that's the class that I think is the most important. Even though it only has a 10% value of people who are probably willing to take that risk and actually learn that knowledge, that's the knowledge we need the most. That's the knowledge we need in-house, here where we are, most advanced here at home. Not getting it from somewhere else, if you get what I'm referencing. Except I agree with a lot of things except that one thing. Because I do think it's a little bit of a hoopla to say that there is no such thing as that same skill level here in the United States. I just don't think it's been paid attention to enough. Especially with how much interest you have in it, Sealy, how many more people I'm starting to see in the younger crowd get into more technological stuff and higher learning stuff, and I'm like that come from here and are from the States and all that. To hear, oh, we need to go outside because there's no talent here. And I'm like, nah. Ain't assembly the most basic programming language? Yes, if you like. Okay, well, hold on. That's a double-edged sword. It is to someone who enjoys programming. So you saw what I said there. It is the most basic form of programming, but that's to someone who naturally is in a part of programming already. Meaning, you already kind of have to have that want to understand programming, your enjoyment of programming, so you don't burn yourself out. Because like I said, that 10% value type class does technically have a high rate that a lot of people are probably just not going to do that. Just because it's not their thing, or not, that's not in, it's just not what they're there for. It's not what, I don't want to say they're like be mean because everyone's meant for something in their life, I truly believe that, but it's just, that's just, kudos on them for getting to that, but at the same time, it's like, the ones who go out of that, that's that final spectrum of, they're gonna fall into like, the programming that's kind of for like, businesses and things like here, but they're never going to get into the top 10 of like heavy programming, which is main AI, like mainstream AI AI for like government and systems and things like that. That's where that AI, where assembly starts to lead to. Assembly is the basic level, but even that is not emphasized enough in today's time. And that's because a lot of programming and technical stuff isn't taught sooner. I think if we started sooner in earlier years of school, and teachers and we focused on having our schools teach more about proper mathematics and certain things early, instead of politically correct things and all that became a part of schools too much, I think we'd have a lot smarter generations inside the US right now. This Daiwa's a bit clueless in the wit department. She is. Daiwa does not want to die. Yeah, Daiwa's fighting. That was the semifinal. Daiwa's fighting. She said, I must make it! Let's say we only get one turn. What am I supposed to do with this? It's going to be a 16% chance of failure. Okay, let's see what we're getting. Let's see what's going to be giving us the most bang for our buck here. So stamina would go to a B if I did that. Speed is naturally going to go up to a B plus if we win. So I'm not going to do that. Guts is also going to go to a B. To be fair, I almost think power, just to try to get these all to a B. This actually might go to a D. This skyrocketed quite hard at the very end. So this might become a D. This will become a B if she wins. This will become a B if she wins. This is the only thing that's not really becoming a B, and it might still not become a B, even if I press this button. But I do think power is our best bet. It'll guarantee stamina. Guts is okay already. I'm thinking power as well, chat. I think everybody's agreed. I think the power is what we want. I learned HTML in middle school. That's when I first got introduced. Which is good, because that's something I agree with. I do think HTML and programming. But here's the thing. Was that a required class for you or an elective in middle school? Like, I don't know if they call them different things in different states. But like, well, did you need to take that, or could you have opted out for something else? Is my thing, right? That's what I want to know. If she fails this gamble, we bully her. Alright, good idea. Let's do it. Power! No way! No way! What is happening? What is happening? See? Tell Darius this is why Daiwa's not a good main horse other than Legacy. What in the world? Clue Factory calls Daiwa. Yo, this Daiwa, man. Oh! My soul hurts right now. Ah, shoot! And now she's outclassed. See, the last one always excels by such a large margin. And because it's Unity, they have so much better stats now. Friggin-a-doo-dah-day! You were supposed to get a B! Dang it! Now I have to buy a skill. Might as well. What are we gonna get here? She needs stamina now. Power's just not even a question. I'm gonna have to hope and pray there's not a lot of front runners in this. I might want to give her a front runner skill. Hold on. Slightly increase the ability to keep the lead on the final corner. Maybe. And now I might need some sort of front runner skill. Let me look for my choices here. Do I have any others? I do not. Burn bright with team spirit. Very slightly increased vigor in proportion to total guts. We have one front runner skill, chat. This is Is this a medium or a mild? What, I assume it's a medium. Red, I have to hit the race button to see it. It's like the Japanese derby. So it's also basically a long. That's why she's having so much of a problem. Yikeroonies. That would be kind of good. That would also be kind of good. So she doesn't get locked up, so she's not going to have the power to fight back. Oh, I don't know. We might be in a bit of a pickle. I'm going to ask Darius which Daiwa he named. Are we sure it's not Christmas in his normal skin, in her normal skin? I mean, it could be. Regular Daiwa's decent, but I just don't like how unpredictable she seems to be. She's almost too Swiss Army knife, is the way I can put it. Like, too across the board so much that it kind of hurts her. Tail held high can proc. How many of your skills activate on the mid leg of the track? Or not, check tail held high. Slightly increase. I mean, I do increase. She does trigger a lot of skills. Sealy might be right. That might be our only guaranteed. And that's going to be mid-race to give her a little bit more oomph. I guess my problem is, what do we think is going to happen first? Her running out of power and getting sandwiched into the middle because she don't have the power to fight back? Or her gassing out? Oh boy. You only need 3 skills mid-race to activate it. Oh, is it only 3? She definitely does do that many if she does all of them. Technically over that, but... It's freaking Christmas. Ah, okay. So, I'm gonna go with Sealy on this one just because my instincts say it too. Because she's activating other skills. We'll go with that, and then I think the last thing I want to give her, if I can still afford it, just to guarantee some sort of fight back, is Steadfast, because it's a medium. It works on any medium track. So we're going to go with these two. We're going to go Tail Held High and Steadfast. Because Steadfast also triggers towards the middle and end of the race. So it might also contribute to that other skill. So let's see how hard this die was trying to fight for her existence. Let's see what happens. If she wins this, then she was ready to she was ready to change fate. Oh, number 8 favorite. Oh! Is it any different in the front? No, it is not. Good luck to this Daiwa. She better fight with all of the existence in mind of her powers. Woo! Oh, let me see what Farseer sent before we start the race. Okay, well, Happy Meek I don't care about. I knew she was a C+. But, whoa! No wonder. So that's why this is a higher skill setting. This shows that I think what I'm gonna, other than the Umas we're gonna be definitely getting, we need to get more, we need to uncap. We need to get more powerful support cards. We need to grow the wall. We need to grow... we need to get our Uma powerful enough to take down a legion. Because dang, there's some strong Uma. And that's just for AI. I mean, technically people version Umas are like S's and SS's, but still. There's Big Head Baiwa. Yes, Big Head Baiwa is definitely in this race. Want to S rank boss Mara? Oh sure, yeah, might as well use this comparison. Late start, that's not a good one, not a good sign. Oh, by the way, the future Fuji event will give you 1,500 carats and limit breaker shards are not. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to figure out who I should use my shard on. Isn't that what that rainbow shard is? I haven't figured out what card is the most useful. Maybe vodka? What's vodka's limit break? Is it worth it? Does vodka have one? I don't know these things yet. It's already... Oh no, it's only 64. I looked at it wrong. I thought that was a 9 for some reason. I mean, for her having a late start, she's not in bad position, but... Will she be fast enough to get up there where number 11 and whoever the white one is up there? Like number 4 is doing. It's number 1 and number 11. Speaking of Fujin, so who's winning? So who's number 1 is? Oh, I need the Dipsy. I don't think she's going to make it up to the late start. Nah, she was close. We're going to give her one. I'll give her one more retry. Just to give her a chance to try again. I suggest you save it. Okay. I don't know if I see your decision. Me personally, I spent both the free card selector and the crystal on Kita. I'm not spending it on Kita. I get why that would be a good thing, but I am not spending it on Kita. We'll give her one little free retry clock because we'll bring her down to 158. I'm just gonna keep her in pace at this point. She's gonna get what she's gonna get in this campaign. We've reached that limit. I just hope she can somehow finagle this win. She was close. She was in 3rd or 4th right there behind the pack. I just don't think she had time to catch up because of the late start. We'll give her another chance. It's the whip, man. The whip is way too low. I have so many dumb horses. I never drain whip. Admire Vega. Do one more retry to get her mood up to date. That's true. Wasn't her mood already up to date? Or was it in good and I didn't realize it? Oh wait, she got hurt so her mood went down. Good point. Because she failed that training with that punching bag. The bag did more punching training on her than she did on the bag. It's like those memes when you see someone in the training gym who's not used to using a punching bag and punches it too hard and it springboards backwards. That's literally what happened in the animation. Thank you. No, this retry got her to good because she was in normal mood. Ah. I sent the Marazinski, Sakura, Chiono has to race in her
馬娘が
final
差し返せ
career.
るのか気になる開き
Let's
です
see what happens here and then I'll look at it.
続いて14番2馬身3馬身開いて岩早秀1馬身差9番2馬身離れて17番そして外目を突き出してはガイバスターレットそしてその内から行ったのは2番後ろハッピーウィーク残り1000メートルを通過さらには11番1馬身離れてウォッカあとは1番
About the same position as last time, better, or at least same pacing, but better positioning on the track this time. But will it count? It's still pretty far back. She needs to hit the gas a lot harder right now. Like whoever that is behind her, holy crap. Is that Happy Meat? Also, aren't the champion horses in this? Or, oh no, they're not in here because I lost Unity, right? So I'll have to at least deal with them. I don't think she's still gonna get this. Yeah, she's like staying in 4th average. I think she's locked in. I don't think she's fast enough. We can try one more time, give her a great mood status, let her at least try it the hardest. We've come this far, I might as well let it happen. She might as well get all the retries for tonight. Yeah, 4th and 5th. She didn't ult at all. She did not. She gets one more. Did she put her in a great mood now, right? Yeah. So this is going to be her best chance she's going to get. And her technically last chance because I won't let her do any more retries after this one anyway. So good luck. Let me check out Farseer's boss horse. Oh. So this is the one with the Boss Maru. Let's see, I sent the Marazinski. Sakura Chiono has to race in her final career race. Boss Maru. Oh, nice. Well, that is terrible, but not. Why does it have SS plus wit? What? That's an odd choice. Huh. What nines is it? Also, you want to know something to show you how much I actually have played this game on channel already? Note what episode we're on, chat. I didn't actually notice that until today. It's like, wow, have I actually really done 35 to 36 episodes of Umamusume and just not even noticed that? The answer is yes. I do think the wit is screwing her skill activation. I do think though. I do think so. I think the silly is correct. I think the stamina should have never went above a C. And I think wit should have at least been a DD plus by now. But hey, live and learn. This is why I'm better. To show you as an example, even though I have done good with some pace chasers, this is why I will never be good with front runners. Because I naturally can't tell front runners from a pace chaser when it's more of a front runner who has a pace chasing alternative. Like Daiwa does, right? This is why, at best, I can handle pace chasers. True pace chasers. But then after that, it's late and in game. But it's front running just. 36 episodes of Umamusume, rookie numbers, need more Uma. Oh, we'll probably have a lot more than that by the time this series ever finally comes to a draw and I finally just can't do the Uma anymore. I'll just run out of energy and stamina. But that'll probably be a while, to be fair, if you think about it. Ooh, I'm seeing a better chance. I'm seeing a better chance, but I think she still might be just too far back to catch in Ines Fujin. And vodka, actually Bioware looks like up there. And vodka apparently. She's like right there, but she did she ult? She didn't ult, did she? Bruh. No, this isn't it. She lost it at the very end. She almost had it. It was kind of like what Ryun said earlier about what happened with his Biwa. Made it to the final and then botched it on the very last race. Ah. Fifth, and that's also 3 races, 4th and 5th every time. That's how you know you can't change that. That's a good way in the game's indication to know you've reached your roof. If something on the roof has been hit, and that you're not getting any higher now, no matter what you try to do. But we attempted. No ult again. Glue this Daiwa Trosa's performance. Well, it depends on how far she made it. That was +8 across the board. I don't think that was enough. It was not. So yeah, she's probably going to be a C+ and not a B. Maybe barely a B, but I don't think that she's going to qualify for me. Even with this Mile being an S for digital, I don't think she's going to qualify as a legacy. I'll keep her around and check before I get rid of her and use her as like a trading horse. But yeah, I just have a feeling this just ain't happening. There's really nothing else we can give her, so I'm going to give her something unusual that I thought about. This, I see why this skill would be good if you get caught on the inner ring. But they're only going to do that just because there's nothing else to get. So that way if she's locked up right up against the rail in her starting area, she can at least get some performance out of it. This die was very awkward anyways, so might as well. This Daiwa was weaker than your Daiwa. I think she is too, to be fair. We'll see in a minute. She barely made it to a B, so see how she only made it 3 notches over. Let's see what that compares to the original. She also got turf and guts for some reason. I'm not against that, but that's not great either, to be fair. So that's also kind of saying, yeah, she might not be sticking around. Yes, he's second. Farseer's right. She did not beat my best. That's my best Daiwa Scarlet. Is this one right here. So that means this one's getting glued. Late bloomer. For all of what that in the world that kind of played out. 100%. Time to rectify it and play vodka. Oh, you want to play vodka? No, I can do a vodka campaign. I don't know if we should do that tonight though, because I want to be able to redo, even if it's off camera, so you don't have to watch me do another one with Daiwa Scarlet. I want to be able to redo Daiwa Scarlet's what do you call it? Campaign on my own. I got all the alarm clocks I used back. This is why I never lose alarm clocks. Because the way I use it and complete the amount of challenges I tend to complete half the time, I never run out of alarm clocks. Also, we might have to roll our Halloween stuff tonight. Follow. Well, it's definitely not going on the team. 7 wins out of 13. Oh, hell no. This die was sucked. Oh, yeah, this die was terrible. That was at level 4 now. Left and right? 20, wait. Completely betray her true feelings. Ears. Tail. Fights with her comb every day to tame her curls. What does it mean by left, like, Feet, I assume? I'm being nice. But so yeah, left and right, 24.5. Yeah, shoe size. That's what I thought. Feet. It says shoe size. But sometimes I wonder in games like that, is that what it really means? Also, that's gonna be completely inaccurate because 24.5 centimeters, that's definitely a actual horse feet. I really put a lot of thought into design, so it wouldn't ruin other fans' view of when I ran near the soil. You remember Farther when I told you she fumbled my triple tiara mission? Because when I did a pace Iowa, she bombed every race with triple A stats. She must not just be able to race at all as a pace chaser. She just must not be able to be a pace chaser. Like at all. That's what I'm hearing at least. Well, we did quite a lot. Come on, mouse. Select everything. Or not check the calculator. But my mouse will cooperate. There we go. Come on, mouse. I'm about to toss this pad. Affinity calculator. Umamusume. Oh, okay. This calculator will help you calculate the affinity compatibility between characters, hopefully allowing you to get your double O setups easy. If you have no idea what compatibility is or how exactly it works, I recommend reading the Legacy Guide first. The tool should be pretty intuitive. First, select the character you're training in the main character box. After that, select at least one of her legacies, and the tool will automatically start calculating the compatibility. SL refers to sub-legacy, or the legacies 1-1 or legacy 1-1-2, or are legacy 1s and legacy 2-1, 2-2, are legacy 2's legacies. Oh, I see. So main character. Let's do an example. Is it only people? It's only people in the global. So where is the digital? So digital, I just want to see if this actually does do something. So with who did I just try to do with my Daiwa Squadron? I may have to bring it up. Hold on. And then hold on. Let me. How do I look at? I gotta try to start a career, but don't really start one. It's the easiest way. Let's not pick Daiwa, because that's not what we're doing. Where's Vodka? We'll just pick Vodka for now, as an example. So I can see. That's the better one. This is the crummier one. So her sub-legacies were Grass Wonder and Kawakami Princess. Where's my internet? Oop, no, wait, wrong one. That one was... Oh, who was the other legacy? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Where's my... Where's that digital I finished? That was terrible. Well, because of my own stupidity. So it was Daiwa and Ogiri Cap. Where's Ogiri? Where's Ogiri? So Ogiri Cap And then, so for my Daiwa, the sub-legacies were... Someone try to make this proper to see how it works. My Daiwa's sub-legacies were, for her, would be Grass Wonder and Kawakami Princess. Grass Wonder. Kawakami Princess. I gotta go to Sealy's for this one because it was Sealy's or Ogiri Cap. Did I use? Come on, mouse. Oh yeah. Tomorrow, chat, I am going to be buying me a temporary cheap $10 mouse until the one I've ordered comes in the mail. Oh my goodness. You see how my mouse just stops and dead in its tracks and doesn't move? Yeah, that's the mouse pad, but because it's got so many lumps. Lumpity, 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 lump. Was this the Ogiri cap I used? Was it? Was it this one or was it the other one? See, Sealy has a few of them that I kind of forget which one I used now. That one's the same in there, $12.79. So the one that was on the team, let me look at that one instead. Can't remember which one it was I used. It's $12.951. I think it was this one, wasn't it? Is there a way to see that? Check your veteran list right now? How do I do that? It's funny is that some of these things just confuse me when I don't know how to use. Where do I see go to digital in the veteran list? Is that where what I was doing when I was trying to pick? Hold on. Pick vodka. Go to enhance. Oh. Veteran. Wow. Okay, it's in here. I never realized it was in there. Clearly, I've never been in here. Complete a career to add your team to add to your team of veteran Umamusume. Once you complete an Umamusume's career, she will be decorated as a veteran Umamusume. Once decorated, she can participate in team trials and other races, as well as inspire trainees and future careers. So basically the legacies, but this is probably an easier way to look at it. Where is that C+ Agnes? Right there. Alright, I'm in here now. I think. Aha! Well, that didn't work. Hold on. It doesn't tell me what number it was. But it tells me what these are, so I might be able to cheat the system by looking at that. So she had stamina. This version had 3-star stamina, 2-star mile. That's one way to kind of cheat it. It won't let me hold click on her. Yeah, you can only tap click, you can't hold click. Both of those do the same thing. But I can kind of cheat the system by looking at this. Stamina 3-star, mile 2-star. Mile 2-star. Stamina 3. Mile. My brain is melting. Right. I guess I could see who the subs were. That's a good point. But does that tell me that on her on the other one? I'll go look. Yeah, it probably does. So it was Mihono Bourbon, and the Bakushin version. Mihono Bourbon and Bakushin. Mihono Bourbon. Frickin' mouse. So. I'm on this. Bourbon. Yep. Mihono Bourbon. And I already forgot. Holy crap. Bakushin. Oh! So according to this, 160 affinity. Is that so? What's the average, chat? Since you've done this more than I have, what's technically considered good numbers? Is that a decent number or a terrible number? I mean, it's a triple circle apparently, as I anticipated. Yeah, see now, get rid of Daiwa and see what, or get rid of my Ogiria and see what your Daiwa. How do I do that? Oh. So 78. So 78, now let's go see what that was. My brain's not mathing right now. I'd have to do 168 minus 78. My brain is so slow. I mean, it is definitely double circle. So what I anticipated, so think about how crazy this is. Look at how wild of a texture of a legacy this is for digital. But yet look how good that lines up for her. Both not only in the triple circle, but also it's 160 total affinity. Isn't anything above like 140 ridiculous? As they say, the digital gets around. Don't matter the number, just that it's a high single circle or double. So it definitely that is the plan right there. This is what I want to build. Now our Daiwa failed me. She did not make it through her career as intended because I screwed up some things. But okay, that does mean it's a pretty good setup, and it's not necessarily like I thought maybe it was gonna say like a triangle, and that actually what I was doing was stupid and all get out. But hey, turns out my Slaneshi digital senses apparently are quite spot on. Let's see what I want you to do. Alright, I'll do, alright. Chat, you do one. I'll let y'all do one. What do you want to do? To show how this works a little bit more. Is completely get rid of Ogiri's side. To only get your Daiwa side. Okay, let's get rid of this only then. Let's start with the subs. So that way they're all gone. So yeah, 78. It seems, actually, I don't think you have to get rid of your subs to see what only one side does. Do you notice it said 78 right here? Now, here's the thing. I want to see something. This was, bourbon. You see how that number didn't go up? The subs actually don't add anything to it without the initial legacy. So you really only have to remove one of these two when you've created your tree to see how much is being contributed. So that's not bad. Let's see the numbers on Daiwa's, and then try swapping out Daiwa on her parents. We could try to swap different parents. That's true. Let me take her out now that we've seen that. Let's try... Instead of Kawakami Princess, what if we went for the madness that is Marazinski? That's 1 point less. So that's not as good. It's not by much difference, but Isha Flash. The same. This is just the kind of... Let's go with ones we have. Hayahide. What? What? Hold on. Bourbon. I forgot it again. Just need to keep it up, so why are you taking it off the screen? Bakushin. Now to see how much this is going to do, Ogiri Cap. So now it's 162. Now it's only 2 more points higher in that aspect. That means they're both worth, one is worth 82, one is worth 80. That means this side is worth 82 mathematically. And this side, now that I got more of an even number to do it faster in my head, this side is worth 80. Interesting. I see now. So let's remove her again for the moment. Come on, mouse. But I want Kawakami Princess for specific reasons, so she's not changing. So let's see what else we can do. So I have Baiwa. I have an Air Groove. Let's try that. That's also 80. Goodness. Okay, thank goodness that's not that good. I was gonna be real mad. Alright, see, my instincts are spot on. Do I have Fuji? Did I get Fuji? I don't think I did. Haru. I didn't think so. 59! Woo! Akabono, 73. Don't have Akabono. And then, of course, the person I do have, the Golden Ship, 73 as well. Don't have you. Come on, mouse. The Doctor? 73. The Dodo, 80. Okay, McQueen, 82? So that's technically higher. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Error, yes, you're trying to clone Umas. There we go. 164 now. So now I'm doing the art, now I'm doing the math. Now I'm doing the math thing where my mathematical brain's like, how high can I get that number? Hard not compare the main parents, aka just input Ogiri, and see how much alone she contributes. Just the main... Oh, okay, hold on. So just Ogiri alone, we want to see what she's contributing? Let's see. So then I remove Scarlet. She's contributing 26. What's funny is her affinity on its own is actually not that good. Because it's a triangle. So you would need at least 25 more percentage, or excuse me, 25 more points for at least a circle. So what's funny is Ogiri herself is doing nothing. Or at least doing nothing in the spans of direct flat stats. Let's actually do the same for Daiwa. Who's actually giving more right here? So let's put both on. So together they're 84. Remove Ogiri, 34. So they're both actually pretty low. So that's 34, 30, keep that in your mind, 34, 34. Let's look at this one again. So technically Daiwa is still better overall. As the legacy, which is baffling me right now. As a legacy for digital directly, 1-to-1. But together, with them put together, with the legacies I've given them. So Kawakami Princess, we were looking at the Hayahide for now. Actually no, that was not the one that got it to. It was it McQueen? And then here it's Mahino Bourbon. And the Bakushin. Hard not. Try putting Ogiri's parents for the main. Oh, you mean like try Mihino Bourbon instead of Ogiri or one of those? You can try that. So let's remove them for a second. We don't want them to be a part of this. We're going to remove... Actually, no, we're going to keep Daiwa. Because this will show with Daiwa's build, currently as it is right now, with McQueen seems to be the highest. Total affinity is 132. Results are a single circle. Now let's change Ogiri to one of the parents. Let's try Mahino Bourbon first. That's less. That's 129 instead of 132, so that's not as good. Let's try Sakura. Whoa, yeah, Bakushin, so no. In that case, when it's... See, this is how you show it's almost... This shows you how advanced the system is, like Sealy was talking about. To show you how many redundant numbers are actually kicking in and how mathematical this actually is, there's a ton of different, like, things happening here that are going back and forth saying, so, Ogiri by herself brings it to 132. But if you change it to Mihino Bourbon or Sakura instead of her, it actually is less. But if you give them to Ogiri, it jumps it to 164. Because they're decent, compartments. Ardent, the highest compatibility affinity for Top Gun is Kitasan Black. Well, I'll do some experiments with that. Now that I have this, I can kind of test play out of all my legacies. Who's really going to give me the most dastardly Dr. Top Gun. The most smartest of Top Guns. Without the whip. Try slapping it in other mild or late surgery Zumas. Or not. That's true. So let's, I don't know if I have too many. Gold Ship. That's an end game, but I just wanted to see what to do. Late. Who's my other late that I rely on the most right now? Why is my brain melting into oblivion right now? I don't have Taiki Shuttle. Actually, what does Super Creek do here? 134. 2 more points than what Ogiri gets. So Super Creek's kind of better that way. What if I were to make Ogiri the subclass along with... Let's try one of the originals. 168. Hino Bourbon. Okay, so Bourbon's better between Sakura and Bourbon. Oh man, the number is getting a little min-maxus. Now, do I need it to be that high? Maybe not. But alright, let's do something interesting now. I'm gonna reset this. Confirm. Okay. Chat, I want you to put one in so we can experiment. Give me an idea. I don't want to give too much away of my Top Gun right now in my plans, so I thought about maybe doing Top Gun in here, but then y'all will know too much. Because I now know how this works now, and I really enjoy this, and I think I'm going to dive more into researching more on this when I have questions, and kind of hypothetical builds I'm not sure I'm going to go with. Okay, Sealy, of course, Teo. I'll do that since it's Sealy's choice. I'll bear with the terrible creature. And then we'll let Farseer do one, and if Ryun or anybody else in chat, if y'all want to do one as well, let me know. And then, because it's almost 8 o'clock, unless y'all want to start another campaign tonight, because like I said, I kind of want to do some off-camera grinding before Monday's episode, so I can do some work with Daiwa Scarlet. So... Use Top Gun, I wonder if she works with her. So Top Gun is, we'll just put her as Legacy 1. Ooh, not so far. She's a 20. That's pretty low naturally by itself. I think the number I've seen that you want to see on its own by itself is around 34 or higher. 32 is pushing it. 20's pretty freaking low. So, yeah, but that's kind of what I thought. It kind of, once again, harkens into Thanos versus Doctor Doom. They just can't exist together. It just doesn't happen. I'm saying nothing because I don't want to give up my planned builds. You don't have to give me a planned build. Give me a random build. Give me something you're just curious about. that you want to see what it looks like, but it's not one of your main plans. Because I can get that too. That's why I'm not doing my Top Gun in here. Because I have a theory now, seeing I can kind of dry run this to see who actually is the 8 that, or the 6 that I need. I know one of them may end up being digital, but I'm not going to test that here because I don't want to give anything away. I created a Top Gun build that has 214 affinity. Ooh. Try Rudolph. You mean instead of Top Gun? I assume that's going to be pretty good. That's a pretty obvious, seems like, decision that for a Teo, it should be pretty high. Actually, not as high as I thought. So almost in the 30s, but not quite. Who do you want your second legacy to be? Ooh, the two of them together are pretty bad. Wow, just the two of them alone ain't doing much. Woo! No, Maru is terrible. Holy crud, you'd be better off with Rudolph. And Top Gun in that case. Holy crud, never mind. That's the epitome to peanut butter mixed with chili. That's just not happening. You'd have to be a master babish. 9. Mostly front runners, I'll spoil, but not the front runners you're thinking about. Ah. Excuse me. 24. Still Rudolph is higher. She's at 28. Ooh. Not much better. 18. 17. McQueen? Okay, there you go. Okay. So that's what you're looking for. Someone at least above 30. That's at least in the beginning. Like, there's probably more mid-maxes. So now that we know that she's the 31, let's look through all of these. Let's just go through them. And let's see who technically the highest is. 26. 21. 26. 25. 18. 30! Okay, well, we're definitely not doing that on the other end. I hate that. Because that's probably why my other Daiwa Scarlet's slightly stronger. But I might have found a replacement now that I know that Baiwa and what's her name get me up to like almost 200, like 168, 170 almost. That's at least a good replacement. But okay. Eastern Flash 18, Condor was 24, Fuji is 19, Gold City is 18, Gold Ship is 20, surprisingly. Brass Wonder was 17, Haru is a 3. Poor Haru, man. Akamono is a 17. Ishi Amazon is a 14. Kawakami Princess is 17. King Halo is 13. Man, she don't have a lot of choices. Marzinski was the 9. Mati is 17. Top Gun was 20. Come on, mouse. Dodo's 24. That's not bad either. Right now, so far, though, Rudolph and McQueen are so far the best choice, but Dodo's 24. Majiro is 17. Majiro Ryan. Mahino Bourbon is 20. Narita Bryan is 21. Narita Taishin is 19. Nice Nature is 21. Still pretty decent, but still, once again, that's not great. Ogiri is 18. Rice Shower 25. That's not bad either. But 3 off from Rudolph still. I have a feeling I know who the other one might be. Sakura is 17. Seiyun Sky is also 17. Suzuka is 18. Smart Falcon is 12. Special Week 20. Not as high as I thought that one was going to be. Super Creek is 24. Rudolph we know already. Taiki Shuttle is 17. TMO Pro 27. So there's the other one I thought it was. I knew Rudolph was 28. I'm like, Oprah O is probably going to be close to that somewhere. Either above or below it. Then Vodka 24. Then the winning ticket 19. So technically, okay, so let's look at the highest here. So what you would technically do for the starting legacies is this. Where is she? Where is she? Where did Rudolph go? I've been blinded. There you are. 90. So that's without subs. The highest you can get currently, at least currently to most of the Uma in the game, is 90. Alright, now I'm going to torment you with this knowledge. When Kitasan Black is released, she is 39 with... That's the soul. Interesting, so I need McQueen, Rudolph, and Oprah input. Those three did. Yeah, let's see which side do you want Oprah on? You think she's gonna be... Actually, let's see. Does she give more points on McQueen's side of the family? Or on... What's it called? So, hold on, wait. I should have seen what the number was. Hold up. So it's at a 90 right now. It goes to 114 for this side. Let's see if it's the same, if this matters or not. It does. Even if it's by a point. So you'd want Oprah O on Rudolph's side. If you're trying to min-max this to every single point value in the game, then in this case, Oprah O has to be on the Rudolph side. And then after that, I'm not sure. Who was the other one that was somewhat higher? It was like a 20? Besides Top Gun? $139. That's the same. That's less. Okay. 141. 133. Wait, is that higher? Hold on. 142. It is. Okay, so highest so far, 142. This is what I would do. If I was doing my gold, my Top Gun right now, this is what I'd be doing to figure out which one's the most gonna yield me the most mass and weight at the same time. This is what you do when you become obsessed. When you want to win no matter what. Right now, Scarlett's getting the highest for that side. That's close. Dodo might be on the other side. Can't do McQueen. We already have a McQueen. That's not a bad idea. Okay, not bad either. Oops, I didn't do that. Can't do that. Okay, so interesting. That was the highest right there. So far, so I'm gonna put Dodo over here. Let's see who's better over here. Dodo, that's 164. And what was the other choice? Vodka. So let's see if Dodo or Vodka do better on this side. Hold on. I didn't see what it said. So it's at 164. Let's see if Vodka yields more on this side than Dodo. No, she does not. So Dodo has to be on this side. And maybe Daiwa. Hold on, let me do something real quick. So Daiwa's 142 right here. Keep that in mind, chat. Let's move it right here. Okay, she's not meant for that side. She is definitely meant for this side. I got lucky on that one. So is Dodo. So hold on. So Dodo. This is how I'm gonna do it. Dodo's 164 on this side. 166 on this side. Okay, so that's that. So then Vodka's over here then, possibly? 183. Let's see if we can get any higher. So Vodka's 183. Let's go through the numbers again now that we're on the final one. Who was the other one I said was getting me the highest right here? Let's go back to the top. So 180. Whoa! Wait, what was that? So 183. Digital's 188. Tachyon's 183. Air Group is 188. Haihide's 188 right there. Kurantron's 180. Can't do another Daiwa, that'd be stupid. Ishin Flash is 182. Condor's 190? Whoa. Okay, so that's the highest so far there. Condor is 190. Fuji is 181. Gold City is 181. Gold Ship is 183. Grass is 183. Haru's, yeah, Haru ain't gonna do nothing. Akabono is 181. Amazon's 180. Kawakami is 180. King Halo is 175. That's pretty terrible. Maru is also 175. Mati's 181. Top Gun's 182. Can't do Dodo. We already have a Dodo. Already have that. Ryan is 181. Mahino Bourbon is 183. Brian is 184. That's not bad either. But we had a 188 and a 190 so far. Pasa being the top. 182. 181. 182. 189. She almost, Right Shower almost matches Pasa. Sakura 181. Saiyan Sky 182. Silence 181. Smart Falcon 174. Special Week 183. Super Creek 188 again, matching digital. We already have Rudolph. Taiki Shuttle 182. We already have Opro. We already have, oh, why I did that. Vodka again 183. So technically the highest is this. Alright. Yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up after this, but I do agree. I was reading chat right there. So you want to skip yours, Farseer? That's fine. Because we have kind of been on here a good minute. But that right there, we now know. Now we know. You know what the problem of what Sealy just did? And this is why Farseer didn't do it? See, Farseer's been around the strategic table long enough to know, yeah, you don't let Dr. Evil at the center of the table have all the secrets. So, thank you, Sealy, for letting me see what the highest possible legacy that the Teo can achieve currently, at least without a cafe. Now I know what you be bringing. Yeah, I don't think we'll show the track simulator tonight. That has a lot more to it. The track simulator site. Let me bookmark this in my stuff again since I don't have a bookmark for my YouTube stuff yet. I gotta fix that. I put it in mobile bookmarks. Oops. I'll do that. I mean, this is where the other one is. But I do think that we're not going to do the track simulator one right now. That track simulator is awfully, yeah, it is awfully detailed. That's why we don't have time to run through it. We'd be here for like 30 minutes to an hour, probably more, just figure that out. The other ones are pretty straightforward. Oh, job. I already read that one. But yeah, since we would probably end up spending a ton of time trying to figure that one out, we'll show that one off in another episode and how it works and how it can help min-max the Uma even more if you decide you want to make the ultimate Uma weapon. But, that being said, but I do like the fact that the Fat Kita is the highest affinity for top. That makes me mad. I'll see if that's true. Wait. Dang, Digital had a moment right there. Also, do me a favor and steal Darius's Daiwa, since you stole mine. Oh, okay, you got it. See, he did give this one Kashimoto, because I can tell by that skill. And of course, obviously. Okay. There's a new notice to check out. What if it's finally restocked? The Uma something. I didn't get to read it all. Also, I made a very top-heavy Agnes Tachyon art knot. What do you mean by top-heavy? Kita being 39 alone for top, that is pretty high. I'm sad that's so high. Why is that so high? Can it not be Kita? Can it be, I mean, at least it's not a Teo. But can it not be Kita? I used the calculator that showed all the Umas, even the ones not in global. Ah, so there's another calculator just for Japan as well. I don't want to spoil too much for us, so I do. That's why I haven't used that one, but. Wait, see for yourself? Okay, hold on. Not gonna lie, that is pretty good. We'll save that. Pretty good, to be fair. It's pretty scary. I saw it all. Second highest was 32. Oh, wow. That's sad. It really does sadden me that it's Kita. I said, look, not touch, too late. You can't tell me that. You see it. See it. You see it. I'm gonna take you for a second and show you. You see the purple in the side of the room? You see the purple around me? See it in your head. I don't have a camera. You expect me to know? So what's the history between Kita and Top Gun? I don't know, like literally you mean in Umamusume or in my head? You mean like the lore why I'm making Kita one of the enemies of the Doctor? I mean, is Kita's that good for Dr. Top Gun? Do you know what that makes Kita, even though this makes this a little bit more annoying? It makes Kita read. But it makes Kita more dangerous than Teo is. Because Teo's just Thanos. There's no threat there. Doctor Doom will never be beat by Thanos. But Reed, on the other hand... this might be broke. So you are doomed to use both Kita's card and Kita Parent. I don't know about the card as much. I won't need it for Elite Surge as much or any type of build. Hopefully for Top Gun by the end of it. We'll see. But I might not be able to escape Legacy. I might not be able to escape. Kita needs to be in there, in the Legacy somewhere. Hopefully I can get away with a sub-Legacy and not a primary Legacy. But we'll see. Probably because Kita invited Top Gun for being Teo's roommate. Or envied Top Gun, yeah. Knowing Arna, he'll steal the one I'll be forced to make. Probably. Is that way? I don't have to make a Kita, but I can use Kita when I need to. But yeah, probably. But that is pretty cool. Alright. Now I've got to try to figure out how to bring this video up, this other music video. This one's not as crazy as that first one. This one's just a normal music video that has to do with the game we're going to be playing next week. Oh, well, there's another game. Like I said, there are 2 Slaneshimus Christmas games that are coming out. But I'm trying to figure out how to get to it without having to go through my homepage, because sometimes some of the suggested videos, because of who they portray to, might get me blasted by the YouTube-tron. By the U-tron. With Kita idolizing Teo and Top Gun being Teo's roommate, I wouldn't be surprised. How do I get to it without going to my homepage? I like it's just now getting to that part in the stream. So this right here is fine. I think if I do it this way, it'll go to my channel. Okay. So the way I want to get to it from here, I gotta find Endless Tavern. This way we don't get blasted by a ton of other videos. I can kind of keep it controlled. You can see who I'm kind of subscribed to. I've got a ton of people, to be fair. I don't really watch all of these anymore, to be fair. I just kind of come back to them at certain times. Only the ones at the top are really the ones I really watch. Where is Endless Tavern? This is not alphabetical. I hope I didn't miss it. I must have missed it. I should have saved it. Oh, there it is. Because this one doesn't have any problems. This one's all just, this is the channel I told you about that's about, big shout out to this channel to show it off real quick, Endless Taverns. So y'all can hear this song, I'm going to go ahead and start ending our Umamusume for tonight. Did I show you Kita's room or not? Room? What? No? What are you talking about? Are you talking about in-game or are you talking about something you can send me on Discord? But I want to give a quick shout out to this channel as well, Endless Taverns. This is where I get a lot. This is where, as you can tell, I got my new Oath song that I put in the Guardian Core chat. But that's not the one we're listening to. But I don't think you did, Sealy. Hold on, pause. We're gonna enlarge this. I'm gonna get ready to show this off. Sent it? Oh, hold on. Let me check out what Sealy sent first. Because I think it's about time on the channel we finally come back full circle. What? I mean, it's... Why? Ah. So, you know what's funny? I can't hate on Kita completely, just because if you, I'm looking to my right now above my bed where I sleep. It's not a picture of Teo, but it is a picture of a wolf goddess. That's all you need to know. So I can't hate on Kita somewhat for like, nah, I was about to say, who does this? And I went, I looked to the right. And then I looked to the right and went, ah. But not of Teo, of course. There's a wolf goddess over there. To my right. Not a Teo, but hey. But, alright, let's enlarge this final song for the end of the stream for tonight. We won't do this every stream, by the way. This is just for tonight to hearken what's coming next week. And since I don't have an easy way to do, like, cut up, like, shorts and videos right now with using music and things like that, this is my best option. This is why I give shout-outs to these channels, because I really do enjoy and subscribe to these channels. And I do want them to have more support and people to check them out, so. As he said, Wolf is named, is after the moon, LOL? No, not at all. I have no idea what you're talking about, silly. It's not at all named after the moon. There's no such thing as the name Luna. What? but hey, you never know. But that being said, alright. So chat. I don't know if Farseer noticed what this video's title was, because I tried to get it up there where it wouldn't say what this was inspired by until it starts. But this is the Harken In. Remember what I said? I've been looking, and I already knew this game was partially like this. I've been looking for 2 games that walk that line of still a good game, but Slaneshi enough, and not in just in the dirty way, but in like the mischievous way, that we can kind of walk that edge of that line in order for me to start working what I want this channel to kind of towards to what I want it to be as far as a Let's Play channel and things like that. So without further ado, I'm going to begin the song. We're going to let this song go. And remember, all these songs are not, I don't know if they have copyrights technically because they're AI generated, but none of these songs are technically from real songs. So that's why I use these a lot too, because there's less chance. This is why I give shout outs to the channels directly so they can get some support. There's less chance of me getting hit by the copyright giant of machines than there would be in other cases because I'm listening to actual music. This is why I don't do actual music on the channel. Even though I would love to. Like, there's so many bands that I listen to, Shine Down and all that, I would love to show off to you guys. Or to have be like intros to channel episodes and things like that. But that means copyright monster gonna gobble, gobble, gobble. So, sadly, because of that strange precedence and the way that's run with a modern society, I resort to mostly AI-generated stuff, which is why I've gotten into it a lot more. It's really good for a content creator. I will say that, in most cases. Not in every case, but in most cases. But, alright, let's go. Look at James now. Sorry, I had to do that. Oh no, sorry to blow up your brain right now, but I saw something about Dawn of War 4. Okay, let me know in a second. Let the song finish and then we'll talk about that. I've heard something, but I don't know what it is. I'm very interested in anything, especially Dawn of War 4. I've been hearing a lot of good things so far from it. By the way, that concept for that character right there gave me some ideas. The one you just saw, that's like the closest I've ever seen a generation, like an AI generation of what I kind of envisioned, like Jared looking like as a character once he's come back fully from what tore him down. The one that had that gauntlet, kind of infinity-like gauntlet that he had on. But yeah, so chat, our journey begins next week on that. Also, yeah, I just read what you said, Farseer. See, that I didn't know. Are you serious? Yeah, you're right. That is now guaranteed me to buy that game. You're 100% right. Day one, indeed. That's all I need to do. What's she doing with them eyes trying to hypnotize people? It's one of the skills in sex you can join inside the game that's from. Like I said, Chad, that was an introduction. Now I can get rid of that and just minimize. Back to our original screen. We showed off what I could there. I like it's still behind here and still like all the way back at Joro game. If I could look this up without showing all my suggested, I would. We might have to watch that next episode if we get a chance as our own little kind of take a look at that. What? Hold on. Oh, Arnon, do you want to see the clip I sent to Farseer about Gold Sheep? Sure, I mean, if it's fine, if it's a safety, if it's as safe as the clips we've showed so far, then it's fine. Also, I can literally, this is like a situation of right now as if, knock on wood, as if we talked about with many other things with like certain games on the DNDers and all that. This is a scenario where I probably can't throw my money fast enough at them. That sounds terrible, but there's very little times I actually have this sentiment towards something that intriguing to me. Yeah, we playing Dawn of War 4, chat. And the Raven. Someone heard me out in the Warhammer universe and was like, that guy, we need that guy. Get the lion ready. Alright, let's see what Sealy sent. How Gold family celebrates Christmas.
Your phone ringing. Your phone ringing.
寮からグループメールか。寮合同クリスマス会の運営係へお知らせ。年末を学園で過ごす寮生たちに楽しいクリスマス会をよろしくお願いします。なんだこりゃ。
あれ
Yeah, didn't I tell you? The 5 of us are going to organize Christmas parties this year. Wait, for real? I see.
よろしければ
Could you please
経
care to
緯をお
explain
聞
the
かせいただい
details
ても
about it?
出血
Well,
大サービ
it's
ス
quite
しちゃう
expensive.
あれは3
It
年前
was 3 years ago. What is happening?
ステゴ
Stego! I messed up!
寮の合同クリスマ
I
ス
got selected to be in charge of the organization of the dorm joint Christmas party! So I wrote everyone's names on the board to decide who will be in charge. You know, it was just within a whim and that time, right? And now all Big Sis is going to scold me.
ええやんええやん
Don't mind,
やら
don't
せたっ
mind.
たらええわ
If
い
you're
な
going to do it,
あい
just
つら
do
に
it.
はわしから
I'll
よ
go
う言う
talk
と
with
く
your
け
big old
かま
big
してき
sis
よ
later. Now go ahead and do it. Thank you, Daddy. I'll do my best.
ってなわ
Gold
けよ
ship. That's what I said.
どう考
Fuck am I
えても
see?
話持ってん
What'd she
だろ
say?
せ
You
め
were
て
too
真面目にモ
exaggerated.
ノマ
At
ネ
least
するくらいの
it'd
誠
be
意見せ
sincere
ろ
enough to be honest.
つまりそれで
So
私
does
たちは
that
運
mean we have
営
been
係
chosen
に
to be in
決まっ
charge
た
of
と
the
いうことでありま
operations?
すかなんて
How
勝手
dare you
な
really selfishly?
だよメナ
What do you mean, Mano? Are you going to tell me that you will abandon your job? Or are you going to disappoint all the good little children in the world? You bad giants, bad demon. I love Goldship's torment of Phenomeno. If that isn't James and Seely's relationship to a T, I don't know what is. That was a good way to end that. We went full circle back into the Uma. See, this right here doomed all hopes of Stego being feet. Oh, man. I mean, you do think about it, that is kind of why, that is the only character they use a male acronym on, right? Like, even the president, right? Teo doesn't call Rudolph father. She just calls her president, right? So if you think about it, that is kind of strange that for some reason that Goldship acronym for was Stay Gold, right? Is actually dad. Kind of hearkening out of the Umamusume way of, well, aren't they all ladies in this universe? Shouldn't it be mom? It's like, I'm confused. That's funny, yeah, see, that's exactly why I said that. Seely's like, yeah, that's exactly how I would react if James signed us up for some bulk. And he'd hit you with that same thing. You see how she made it all guilt-trippy and went, are you telling me you're going to tell all the children of the world you're not going to do it? That is James 100 over 100. He... That is Zeech Tactic 101. I love it. It's great stuff. I love more Uma stuff. But this is kind of eventually, like I was saying, I do want to evolve our PC streams more and more. It won't happen too much at the end of this year, but I'm kind of doing some test runs. That's what tonight was. A little bit of just see what... Doing a little bit of reaction videos for the fun of it when we do feel like it. We're not going to, once again, that's not going to be every episode. It's not like every episode I'm going to start off with a reaction video and then with some sort of music video. One, that'd be incredibly hard to do without doing nothing but AI generated stuff so I don't get copyrighted. Two, this also would be incredibly hard to do because, to be fair, other than, like, certain videos, there ain't too much safe reaction stuff out there anymore that's not, you know, going down a deep well of whether it be politics or whatever, or this or that or whatever, belief even. It's like, there's very few things that are easily reacted to easily nowadays in that fashion. So what we'll probably end up boiling it down to, and it won't be really starting up until I get my face cam. So what I'm probably going to save most of that for in the future will be vlogs on the PC. Because right now we only do vlogs on what do you call it? We only do vlogs on PSN, which is the only way, which technically is somewhat limited. Actually, I say somewhat, extremely limited in what I can do with it. I can create a little edited short video for the intro, which is nice, which would be harder to do actually on here on PC. That's the give and take. Like, I can have, for like serious vlogs where we're just going to sit down and talk, I think I'm going to stick with the PlayStation side of the way I do it. With the Share Factory, making it easier to use previous gameplay clips I've saved from crazy things I've done in the past. And eventually I will try to do this as well for the PC side for when we do vlogs. But in the beginning, the difference between the two will be, that's the hearken of, the reason why it has such a crazy intro is it's going to be, most of that video is going to be us just talking. Whereas in the PC side of the vlogging will be a pseudo vlog of me just talking about things we're interested in and somewhat searching and doing some, like, maybe some cool, like, things we can look up on the internet. Safe stuff, of course. Not crazy stuff, but safe stuff. So, like that day when we were talking about the death trees of Florida. Or, excuse me, the Nurgle plants of this planet. It would have been kind of cool if we, like, looked up a couple, even if they weren't really authentic videos or accurate, just kind of see what's out there, kind of look up a couple things and kind of on streams, research it together, talk about it. That's kind of what I want to do with some of those things. So. We need an anime season on Gold Ship. We need to know what Point Flag is doing. He's like, Farseer, I want to ask you something. I know you've tried and know about Arknights, but have you listened to their songs? Not yet. Arknight songs are top tier. They got sea shanty, techno, Russian poem types, and one with some Phantom of the Opera. Oh, that's interesting sounding. Ardna, whatever you do, promise me once Dawn of War 4 releases, if the lion is playable, you don't do everything in your power to make him a walking nuke. Oh, we're gonna make him a what? Wait, wait, hold on. I don't want to mistranslate this. So don't make him a walking nuke, or go ahead and make him a walking nuke as I intended him to be. Make him the true guardian I envision my guardian character to be. Just, what demon? Slash. Just walks away. Job done. Farseer, they mix in genres you wouldn't think would fit, LOL. The Phantom of the Opera song had rap elements in it. I mean, technically opera is kind of rap, just old-fashioned. Don't let your army fight. Oh, gotcha. You got it. That's exactly the plan I had. I want to make him such a force of nature that it's a second coming of Archaon from Total War Warhammer 2. But the Imperium side of that. There will be only one needed for this war. I'll check it out for Sealy. I'll definitely check that out too. It definitely sounds interesting. You read it wrong. Don't let your army fight. You want my army to fight? But why? Well, we get Archaon our way through the problem. They also mix in church-type, aka Dark Souls songs, with trumpets and orchestra with synths and technos. See, I like stuff like that. I think that's once again, the last thing being said towards AI, I think that's why AI videos are getting so good. Because AI probably does a better job at figuring out a way to mix these things together without it making sound like terrible. Without it sounding like other garbage. So, I do think that's a big thing too, like what Sealy just said. The mixing of unusual genres is becoming more and more and more and more and more and more of a thing. That's why I think that Joe Rogan thing works so well, because it's a mix between A little bit of rock, a little bit of techno, but a little bit of the old, like I said, like almost Weird Al Yankovic style way of doing a song. So many different things are being combined together now. But as you saw with the song we showed at the end, now you know why I need to finish V Rising this weekend. Because I don't want no distractions. We don't need over 100 Dark Angels sitting back and sipping tea watching Lion Doom Slayers way through the orcs. But that sounds amazing, though. Alright, fine. I'll let the angels fight with him. Farseer knows. She knew what I was gonna do. Oh, man. But alright, I will make... I mean, to be fair, I was going to do that anyways at some point anyways, just to show how powerful the Dark Angels actually can be. But the first playthrough until now, until what Farseer said, was technically going to be was gonna be the Demon Slayer, aka the Lion. I wanted to say Lion Slayer, but then that doesn't sound right. And it ain't just instrumentals, they have actual actors singing some. Again, for the Phantom of the Opera type song, has the actual guy who went on tour for the... Oh, that's crazy. That's another step. That's a whole nother step of... See, that's not AI. That's going to another level of, at least from realism and creation of real actual music. You know, I shouldn't say actual music. AI music's good, too, in its own place. But, like, real music, like human-made music, that's a good extra step. Like, not many people would have thought to even try to do that. Get the guy who went on tour for the actual Phantom of the Opera to do the Phantom of the Opera side of some techno hybrid song you've created for this anime. That's insane. But I do love that, because those are the things that I'm appreciating more and more, is the subtleties of things and the nuances, the little things, as I learned today from a lesson I had today. And it's like, so, yeah, those are good, that's when the stuff gets good. Definitely. From the community of Arknights, a lot of people says it's music company hidden behind a mobile game. It could be. I mean, with that kind of attention to detail with music, they might actually well be that. They might be more interested and they prefer to do music, but they ended up being a game company. So they took that inspiration from music making and included it into their game. Sometimes that happens. And sometimes that's actually pretty brilliant when sometimes that happens. Because it can create some hidden gems of games that have, like, we'll say lighting and music, but can have, like, banger visuals or banger audio. That's how you get combinations like that happen through unusual instances like that, because it's more natural. It's not forced like some companies try to do it. So, I can link you the song so you could hear it on your off time. Yeah, go ahead and do that. I'll check it out, and listen to it. If it's through YouTube, I won't do it on stream right now, but I can go ahead and bring it up, put it in my history, and then I can switch over and listen to it on my console with my better headset. Because my better headset is the one, my Razer, that's for my console, because it's more expensive. I am going to get one for my PC at some point down the road. It's one of my things on my list once I start upgrading this bad girl to much higher status next year. Won't be once again, it'll be next year. Or throughout next year. I'm going to be doing it in segments. This is why next year is going to be a little slower. I've already got a lot of things planned out for next year, stream-wise. Like different themes and stuff, like Warhammer and things like that. So we can kind of already have that ahead of time ready. So I can focus on saving all my money and resources for getting our upgrade. Or for upgrading the PC, so. Also, Warhammer 3 is getting an End Times DLC. I knew that would happen eventually. I knew it was coming. Especially after everything else that's been going on. Although, one thing I will say, they may have messed up Dekla in the lore. But mechanically in Warhammer 3, from what I've seen, Dekla is going to be amazing. Just speaking of Warhammer 3 in general. It's on YouTube. They put the songs on YouTube. Sent it? Nice. I'll check it out after stream. Nagash is... Oh, we're finally getting Nagash directly now. I knew that was going to happen eventually. Something told me that was coming after all the Nagash things that were hinted at in several DLCs leading up to this one. Have you noticed every single DLC has had some sort of undead, dead-like thing or ghost or spirit or something related to Nagash in some sort of way? Especially the last one. Like this last DLC before the one coming. Before the End Times DLC. So that does not surprise me. And a lot of vampire lords. I thought about that too. That means the vampires are getting a revamp. James is going to be happy. I'm going to be actually happy. James is going to be metaphorically happy. He's going to be like, not again! Why does this keep happening? These darn saint bastards. He hates vampires because of magic. He really dislikes vampires. If you ever want to know why James doesn't play V Rising as much, he just has a detest for vampires. Mostly because I put it there. They even changed the map? So this is going to be a big one. As you tell me your thoughts. Because that song is some masterpiece work. I'll listen to it. I'll let you know in tomorrow's episode. Which tomorrow's episode... Tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow's V Rising. So tomorrow we're going to continue with our V Rising episode. And hopefully head towards the end. We're going to have an episode tomorrow, Saturday, and even Sunday for V Rising, if necessary, to make sure it's done this weekend. So that way, going into next week, when we start our campaign to the gate, or when we dispatch the heroes, that's when it all begins, chat. We're fighting a post-apocalyptic boomer shooter land filled with insects, hybrid wolf ladies, robot assassins, and a tiny puppet that somehow is the strongest thing in the universe so far, besides you. But anyways, those are all your hints for all the hidden gems in 3 games that will be happening for this December. One of them is on console. 2 of them are probably going to be on PC. Just for me to get... One of them I have no choice, because the only way to play it is on PC. And then the other one is more for just to make sure PlayStation didn't dumb it down any. Because sometimes PlayStation versions and console versions can be watered down in some ways. So we're going to be playing that one on PC as well. But the other one, I might play all 3 on PC, but if I could. But BG3, the one that you already know about now because of the song, that's too big to play on my PC with how old she is. She won't run that. But the other 2, she should be fine with. So. You see, it takes place after Ikit blew up the moon. Yes! So we're going all the way that far? So starting positions will be the same. Will not be the same, my brain. I guarantee you they won't be. You're right. They're going to be completely different. It's going to be completely different. That sounds awesome. I'm not going to lie. That sounds fun. I can join you in on BG3 because of the type of multiplayer it uses. Oh yeah, can't you? Yeah, isn't that a thing? You're right, you can. Isn't it that I can like have characters from my friends' creations join me? Oh yeah, that is true, isn't it? We'll have to organize that this coming week. But yeah, minus BG3, the other two are probably going to be on PC. Just to make sure that there's everything I want them to be. Bleh. It's crossplay, and when I can join you, you can store my character. Ah, yes, that's right. Yeah, because when someone joins up, now I remember. That's cool. Y'all have to do that. I didn't know you could do that easily. We might have to see if anyone wants to do that during the stream. If you want to try to join up and co-op, and then I can store my character. And if you want to have your character join in with my team or whatever we end up doing, let me know. I think it's also before Ikit blew up Nagash's pyramid. So no immortal assassin destroying Skaven Blight. Yet. Well, that might be part of the campaign. Think about that, right? If this has got Nagash in it, and Nagash is being added, and it's after the moon's explosion, but it's before the pyramid's explosion, this means that maybe if Ikit's one of the playable character, he'll have a new campaign for that. I bet you. Or something. And I kind of hope so. Because it'll give me another reason to play the Rat Lord. And unleash the... to resume once more where we left off. AKA, if the day you stream BG3 I can't join, my character gets stored. And when I join in later, my character rejoin your party. Ah, that's cool. That's cool, I like that. That's cool. We'll definitely have to try that out. That sounds pretty cool. I'll have to see if Tam King's got... I don't remember if Tam King played BG3. I think he did. I think you've played it too, haven't you, Farseer? Y'all will have to try to join up so we can, like, have y'all's characters join in on the shenanigans. It's gonna be crazy. I intend to run this campaign pretty crazy. Now, it is gonna have some role play to it for my brain because of who the main character I'm choosing is. Like I said, Red Queen's taking her break for a while. We're gonna put her on the sidelines. There'll be some games that she'll still be meant for and still continue on in and make sense. But there's a lot of games going forward, right now at least, are going to be the main character of the entire Guardian universe. For the moment. There better be an effective and unkillable lord chasing you all the way to Skaven Blade after that. I do think so too. I think that would be cool. Like that's like an in-game crisis for Ikit, for his campaign that triggers for him. That once he blows up the Pyramid of Nagash, basically an avatar of Nagash or a lord that can't be killed, that's like super Archaon broken. You have to escape it and make it back before before it gets back. My brain cast the last 2.5 hours math. Huh? Math? We did talk about a lot of math in the stream, but that was earlier. Although, you do have to do a lot of math in V Rising to a certain extent. Make it be efficient with your resources. My thing with BG3 is, if we make a bad mistake, we're getting boned. Oh, of course we are. That's the point. Oh, I think with multiplayer we can vote on decisions. Oh, that's cool. I work math in, I'm a CNC program. Oh! I did not know that, Crispy. That's cool. That's cool. Seems like my channel draws a lot of that. It makes sense because I'm kind of like that. So, when it comes to programming and my love for it, I got out of it for quite a long time. Only reason why I'm not studying it intentively right now is because I've got something else right now I'm studying a little bit more importantly that has to do with my faith. But after that, the smart brain old me is going to be coming back. What do you mean? Wait, you think you can mod it on console? Wait. You can mod BG3 on console? Is that what you were saying first here? Really? That's probably not a major amount of mods, right? Usually when I hear modding on console, my brain's like, yeah, but it's going to be probably really watered down, right? So I'm making a high elf paladin to the one to smite Sealy legally. You know? I think I accept this. I wonder if you can have conflicts between your characters in your party. If so, we might have to try to make this a thing. They have built-in mod manager. Ooh, okay. So we'll have to check it. Maybe they'll have some decent ones in there. Okay. We're definitely going to have to see. You can't smite a fellow paladin traitor. That's what Sealy said. Well, it's a dark paladin, but same thing. You know what's funny? There's a song on Endless Tavern about the Lex Imperialis, which literally is called, the song's called that. I am the law. Anyways, I want to give a big shout out to Crispy and everyone joining tonight. This has been a really good, really good episode tonight. I've had a lot of fun with tonight's episode. We've done quite a lot. We had our little cool little weird reaction video at the beginning to show the current world's version of what I think is the AI generated version of what Amish Paradise and a lot of Weird Al Yankovic songs kind of spiritually represented. But this time it's an AI generation of modern social media and everything going on in politics in the world. And see, Farsi, I'm not gonna lie, that combo will be busted. That will be busted. You are correct. But I'm fine with that. We'll see how it goes though. We'll be starting that next week. That's why I said V Rising the rest of this week. Tomorrow, V Rising. Saturday, V Rising. And if it's not done by then, Sunday, V Rising. 3 days should be more than enough though. I've gotten quite a lot done in the background. I think I'm almost pretty much ready for me and Tam King to make our attempt on Dracula by tomorrow, hopefully. Because what I'm hoping to do is beat Dracula tomorrow and build the secret castle project Saturday. And let Saturday be my special little day. We have a longer episode than normal. I start earlier because we're going to be building the castle room by room. And we want to build it all in one episode if we can. If we don't make it, we'll finish it off Sunday. But things like that, basically. Because two paladins omega buffing each other is wreck house. I went the path of summoning light swords and stuff with my setup. By Ardon, I predict I'm dying unavoidable deaths. Sealy dying because of James. And everything else going to shit in the goblin camp. That might be where it happens, to be fair. That might be where things go crazy. But I guess we'll see. I'm quite eager to see how this is going to go. I'm also eager to see what the game will allow me to do. So if we do end up for some reason just losing and we all die and the playthrough falls through the floor, we're going to go an even crazier route. Because that's the thing I love about BG3, is the amount of crazy insanity you can do for your playthrough. So, which is why we need to do, it's the goblin camp. The goblin camp. Oh man, but anyways, I want to give a massive shout out. Let me bring up who was in chat. The goblin camp, if you can make a wrong move, you can get it can get messy. I don't doubt it. Goblin camps are always like that. If you this is my only reference I'm ever going to give to this. If you know what Goblin Slayer is, the show, we all know how bad goblin camps can get. Or caves. If you are not prepared at all. Especially if you're a squad of ladies. But anyways. You see, I could be a drow and make life hell worse. I'm being a tiefling, so double reason. Y'all gonna make this such a crazy playthrough that I might have to run this. To be fair, that would actually make sense for Jared's team more, because Jared is more open to most things that most people wouldn't be, right? Jared is more accepting of things people would consider crazy, or why would you care about that? So that actually kind of makes sense. So that's up to you guys. Argnot, there are female goblins, we're good. Really? So then it's double bad going through a goblin camp. Unless you're willing to part with your individuality to survive, but also maybe get benefit. Anyways. Goblin camps are just, yeah. Or no, you can do anything in the game, lol. Good. That's what I wanted to hear for our Slaneshmas special. That's kind of why I chose it. Good to know. But alright, chat. We're gonna end it here. Like, if you want to clear the goblin camp, you can. But holy shit, that can take upwards of an hour of turns. That's true. But I wonder if there's... I'm not going to do this with Jared, but I wonder if there's an even crazier route I could take. I hope you can do modded classes on console. That I don't know. I'll let you know once we start. Or y'all get to see it in the first episode. Because I'll be checking out mods and seeing what it's capable of on the console once we get it. But... you see, by the way, the environment effects work amazing. Works amazing. Okay. Good to know. But y'all can already kind of guess. But it's like, I wonder how many truly options there are for that goblin camp for no matter who you are, like what your character is, right? So it's like Farseer said, there are female goblins in this universe. So I wonder if there's still. My brain, as you know, my crazy Slanerzy purple brain's like, is there a way to negotiate with the goblins and get them to serve me and to serve me and convince them that this is for their better good because they will get infinite, how do I put this nicely? Resources. Anyways. Like, you can have someone sneak in, pour oil and stuff, and have someone else light the fire up and make a bloody fireworks. I like that too. I'm thinking of a future playthrough where Alucard takes his minions there. I mean, that's probably what it's going to be more like. Since we're playing Jared, it's probably going to be more aggressive. It's going to end up being more early Lion, basically, before he really made his change, and then evolve into later Lion, where he realized he was too harsh on certain things. But, kind of somewhat like that. So it's going to be pretty aggressive. So I anticipate that Goblin Camp is not long for this world, but we'll see. You can also cheese strong bosses by drop-kicking them into a hole. And insta-kill them. I love all the options this game has. I really do. Early Lion Fist fought a Chaos Lion as a kid and won. Exactly. I actually saw that. I saw that. There was a reference to that. And even though it's brief, in that little AI-made song. That is interesting. That's why I love the Lion, man. He's the epitome of, like... And even the song, it says, no longer am I just a weapon, but a guardian. When that song gets to a certain apex of it, towards the end of it, like when he was reborn. I love it, man. Like I said, it's going to take everything in my being to not make him just slayer his way through Dawn of War 4. I see we're failing every persuasion environmental check or not. We might be. That's why we're going to end up being a little more aggressive. I doubt Jared's not the Slaneshi one. Yes, he has Slaneshi perks, and Slaneshi type of mentalities, but when it comes to overall persuasion, he's not persuasive against just everyone. Overall, actually, he'd be more persuasive with ladies, probably, to a certain extent. But when it comes to, like, authority or things like that, oh yeah, that ain't gonna go well. At least not in the beginning. Because James Goofy Horse would fail a check and have me walk into a boulder trap. That would be so great. That's why I want to play ball. We gotta play it though. We gotta see what's gonna happen. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. It's next week. Like I said, V Rising the rest of this week. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then Monday. Next week is the beginning. That's probably when we'll do Baldur's Gate Monday. We'll do the secret other game Tuesday, which I already gave you your hints, chat, to the other 2 games. I said it earlier on what we were doing, but I gave 2 hints. So Monday, Baldur's Gate 3. Tuesday, the other special game. And then Wednesday will be the 3rd special game. To basically give each one a debut episode. And then we'll kind of focus on each of them individually throughout each week as we go forward. One week will be mostly Baldur's Gate. The other week will be mostly the other secret one. And then the other week will be mostly the 3rd secret one. The 3rd one might be more filler and kind of in between. And the other 2 might be more the controllers of from week to week. But I haven't decided on that yet. Because the first 2 are the primary. Baldur's Gate 3 and the other secret. They're the main 2. We're going to be role-playing this month. Can't speak. My brain's melting. It's getting tired. But anyways. You see, we're pissing everyone off because me and Sealy will get that stream demonetized out. Not for antics, but for the races. Oh, probably. First year we gotta spam light weapons and have literal army of summon weapons. But I'm very intrigued and very excited. Also, for a fact, James will drop a bottle of oil and have us slipping and tripping. I don't know if James has a version of his own character. I may have to create James's character in the game, or may have to get him to make one and get Baldur's Gate and eventually join me. So we can store him in there too. Because I kind of want everybody in there. If we can somehow get it to where I can store everyone's character, I would love to one day do a proper where all the characters are present and just have the whole team going through the campaign together and just see what happens. And let all the personalities we all have that'll come through our characters just do whatever do. I volunteer Sealy to kiss the squid. You know what? That's probably what I would do if I was the leader of that squad. I'm like, all right, Sealy, you're up. You're already of the. Your name's already of the ocean. This is your job. This is one of your people from the great salty waters. So go ahead. But anyways, alright chat. I'm gonna start wrapping up. Let me bring up my top fans after I don't want to miss any chat. Darius is 100% betraying us and getting thrown in the bottomless pit, probably. 100%. The moment Darius turns the knife on me, I'm gonna judo flip him like Austin Powers embarrassingly into the Sparta endless pit. I forgot the name of the universe. I was gonna say this is like Sparta, but the realm that Baldur's Gate takes place in, but I forgot the name of it. The paladin save checks are going to be saving me constantly. Sealy's gonna be. Yeah, I can already tell Sealy's position is gonna end up in the team. He's gonna be the guy we always like. You ever seen the animes of a group of anime like characters? Technically, Soul Eater is kind of a good example. Sealy is literally I forget his name. What's her name's Scythe? Like actually, I think it's just Soul. I can't remember his name, but her Scythe's actual name or the other character that always gets sent in first and has to deal with the BS first before the main characters come in. That's gonna be Sealy. Thank goodness he's a paladin. Is it you talking about Soul Eater? Yeah, I am talking about Soul Eater. Well, I used to love that. Oh, I do love that show. I just don't watch as much anime anymore, like I've said a million times before. I used to be a deep, avid anime watcher. Watched tons of it. Not anymore today. Like, I watch it if I'm watching with someone else or just enjoying for the old sake of it every now and then. I'll watch some old RWBY, Soul Eater, Bleach, things like that. Naruto every now and then. One Piece, definitely. But One Piece is so long, I watch that maybe once every 5 years. Soul is his name. I think it is Soul. I think his name is actually Soul. But either way, that's who Sealy is. But either way, by Ardna, I think you can even make discount Solaris the Immaculate in that game with mods. Like, you can mod a paladin to be that strong with light. Wow. I wish there was scythes in BG3. Maybe there's a mod for it. Yeah, that is kind of weird. There are no scythes in BG3. It's very odd. But you're like you said, maybe there's a mod that adds one in. We're definitely going to check all that out, though. But that being said, I'm going to wrap it up here for tonight, chat. This time an actual reasonable time, around 9 o'clock. That way everyone who's starting to fall asleep where it's late for everybody doesn't miss out for anything. There is a mod for guns. Oof. Oof. See, now, if it wasn't for I've already done the vampire thing with Alucard and V Rising, or in, which we're going to do a little bit more of in the background, Bloodlines 2, I would say, man, another excuse to make Alucard. Man. Don't give James a gun. I'm going to give James a gun. That's a good idea. A wizard with a gun. It's actually a game about that. He's going to accidentally shoot a gobbo and have the entire cab on us. Accidentally? You underestimate James's hate for goblins. Accidental is not even close. He unpurposely shot that goblin. That's all I'll say before I wrap it up. Alright, but I want to give a big shout out to my moderators, Sir Sealy and Urban Mech Farseer, for joining in tonight, and Reun and Crispy Bacon also for joining in tonight. And you're trying to bring him into a gobbo camp? It'll be funny. Besides, we're probably going to have to kill the whole gobbo camp anyways. It's Jared. Jared doesn't put up with let's just say, unsolicited acts in certain ways. At least not when it's, agreed upon. Like, he has a Slaneshi heart, but he has a golden Slaneshi heart, right? It's only fun if both people are enjoying it. Let's just put it that way. So, to him, goblins violate that rule. So it's gonna be nasty in that camp. It's gonna be absolute terrible. That's all I'll say. Farseer, we're not making it past Act 1. Indoor, I just fell asleep randomly. That's alright, Reun. It's getting late. That's why I wanted to end it. But correction, you're not making it past Act 1. Oh, you're gonna see why that's a bad idea. Let's say it ain't just gobbos. Oh, I assume there's orcs too. Green skin rules. That's okay. But anyways, Peace and love to everyone watching tonight. To Farseer, to Ryun, to Crispy, to everyone. Hope you have a good night, Ryun. Sorry it took so long. This was more of a longer one tonight. I'm trying to make sure these end earlier so we don't have to worry about this. So, but you have a good one. Thank you for joining in, Ryun, and thank you to Celie and Farseer. Yeah, rest well. You too, Ryun. And last thing, because Celie's still talking. I'm pushing you, Farseer. We're both paladins, so we're front lines. But anyways, I hope everyone had a good night. Peace and love to everyone. Hope to see you tomorrow for V Rising as we come to a conclusion with our Vampire Empire. Thank you so much, and big shout out to everyone. And thank you till next time. Celia said, see you, Ardon. Remember, Teo is the worst. You got it. But anyways, thank you so much for joining in. Tonight. Real quick. I may send you another song. Okay, well just send it to me and I'll check it out off camera. Out of chat. And Ryun said bet. Exactly. Thank you, Ryun. But I hope you all of a sudden, I hope you all have had a good one. All of a sudden, they came into the room. Felt like I was starting to iterate a storybook. But you all have a good night, chat. Hope you enjoyed. And bye, R9. And remember, grass is the best. I agree with that. That statement makes more sense. You have a good one, Farseer. Yeah, see, Ryun's like, true. See, Ryun agrees with that statement, too. Grass is the best. But thank you so much, everyone. Grass wonder. But thank you so much, everyone. Until next time, I hope you all enjoyed. And remember, if you don't have Duramente's blood, you have failed in life. Anyways, until next time, I'll see you for V Rising tomorrow, everyone. Until then, bye, everybody. Until next time, remember that the worst type of vampire is called Kitasan. Just had to throw that in at the end. Anyways, bye. Bye, everybody. Bye.